to overlooting, but every time I die in the game, I will be getting stronger and stronger. The reason for that is because the way that overlooting works in general, if you're not familiar with the game, or if you are and you need a refresher, every time you gain an item and equip that item, you get a little bit stronger. You might think, oh, you know, you get some defense, maybe you get some attack, right? Maybe you get some healing, something interesting like that. However, with this run, the concept is that rather than going down that road, at the start here, we will be having no slots whatsoever, and every time I die, I will raise up by 1 slot at a time. Now, there's another reason this is sort of interesting. Overlooting, like other games of its kind, it's all about having sets. So every single set you have, well, you determine how many sets you have by the amount of items that you're wearing for the most part. So in order to get a set and have enough power to survive, I'm really going to want to have maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 of one individual set worn. And if I have, well, for example, right now 0 sets that I can wear, that's not going to happen, right? It's not likely. Which is why now we get our first revival and our first new item to be able to wear. We can wear 1 item. The way I'm going to do this is I can put it on any slot that I want, but I can only wear the 1. So like right now I get a villager sword. You might think, oh, here we go. Classic Deadeye strategy. Let's get 3 villager, get a really good amount of luck. Nope. Nope, because I can only wear one item. Now, I'm not going to be restricted to only using this weapon slot. I'll be able to switch around whatever, but when I go into fight, I can only have 1 slot being used. All right, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how we manage. I think a weapon, if anything, a weapon is probably going to get me the very furthest that I can with this. What might do the best? It's tricky. So I could take a hag staff. Honestly, if I reroll this, there's good odds I'm just not going to get anything that I want. So let's take the weapon here, swap out the sword. Our 1 slot will be used up by a weapon. I think that's the best odds I'm going to have. Now, how far can I get with that? Who knows? And not much reason to take. I guess I could take these things maybe for a forge and try to see if I can just maximize my power with my single slot used. I think if I could get 2, and I have some ideas of how I could do this with 2 slots, get a little bit further, but 1 is going to be just very challenging. Okay, combine the 2 swords, maybe 2 to 6 damage. It's still going to be worse than a blue weapon, that's for sure. And give me skills, please skills, a skill that can help me win here. When attacking, apply 5 times the poison you suffer. After the start of combat, gain 3 poison. So this is going to take away my HP a lot, but also allow me to get rid of enemies faster. 2 wound and 20 rage at the end of each round. Okay, that's kind of interesting. At the end of the round, apply 5 hex to all enemies. These are all pretty interesting. They all help me right now, which is good. 20 rage. It might be enough to actually get me to be able to kill through the boss, I suppose. Amount of poison you suffer. If I had multi-attack of any kind, I don't think I'm likely to get that. Or just do 5 extra damage to each enemy per round. The problem with 2 wound is it hurts me. I think maybe ceremonial rite. We get some poison onto an enemy. Once I'm weak enough for that. And honestly, maybe the answer there is we swap off of using a weapon. Oh wait, yeah, swap off of using a weapon. A shield is a good different option. So we use just a shield, and now we'll get a little bit of guard, and I can apply a bunch of poison. So look, wait. End of the round, apply 5. Wait, did I choose hex? I guess it's okay, actually. Still okay, because I was thinking I chose poison. It's still okay, because we'll do 5 extra damage every round, so I could use the guard and the thorns to my advantage. I think that's still a good call. All right, we carry forward. So see here, I'm not going to do much of anything to these guys, but I broke the shield, and I did a little damage to this one because of the thorns. Now you have 5 hex on you, so my hit there will do 6 damage. The hex, I think, also does when they hit me and then they take the thorns damage. The thorns will pop the hex, doing 5 bonus damage to the enemy. So I think a thorny shield is probably going to be my strongest bet right now, and maybe for a long time to come. We'll see. We'll see as we get to the later the later levels of. Oh, here we go. Okay, we got some poison here. Yeah, the later levels of slot amounts. All right, just keep taking things. Can I even reach the first forge? I'm picking up items for the the hopeful forge, strong forge option, but okay. You guys will pop, but I think. Okay, let's get rid of one of you. We'll pop you guaranteed, damage them, finish them off. I'm surviving with just one item on, so that feels pretty good. We take a green. You know what? Okay, heal here. I'm surprised this is surviving this long. I feel pretty good about it. Okay, I'm feeling hopeful. Take a green. And Normally, normally, I would say gain a permanent random stat boost is like always what you take in this game. In this case, that's just not going to be practical. The other options here are 3 healing potions or a random uncommon item at level 3. 3 healing potions means I last longer. Uncommon item, if it's something good at level 3, could carry me pretty far. But I do think healing potions is going to be my best bet. I think I'm going to go for that one and hope that allows me to get pretty far. Break your barrier. Yeah, I think I might. Just that way the thorns can at least apply to you. Then I hit here. Oh, because these guys can get really strong. Okay, heal. Yikes. All right. Take whatever I have to take. I don't know. Maybe I can get to the shrine and upgrade probably the thorny shield, to be honest. Yeah, probably the thorny shield. Probably has to be, right? What else can you do there? Heal here. And I'll attack this one. Okay. They hit me there. I can get rid of the poisoner straight away. That's probably my best bet. Holy, that was close. Heal this way and finish you off. I have 1 poison potion, and I just really want to get to this shrine, so I'm probably going to use it. Got to be on this guy, right? Get them down immediately. Pop this one. Yep, perfect. Okay. And what do we get here? Sure, I'll grab a ring. We get a shrine, and the shrine I will throw onto the thorny ring. Now, the reason, or like a really nice thing with this, my idea has been that for overlooting, I want to do 1 challenge every Thursday. The prior challenge, if you didn't see it, was blindfolded overlooting. I thought that was kind of unique. And then for this challenge, yeah, we are doing like an amplification over time. Like how many sets or like items do you need in order to win? We'll do 1 at a time just to see how far you can get with different levels here. The game is sort of designed to allow for this because there is, oh my gosh, very close to death right now. The game is sort of designed to allow for this because there are a couple skills. One that you need to have 1 hand open for, a tier 3 skill, and one, I think, for the hat. I think also a tier 3 skill, so you're not really expected to not have slots on very much in the game, but technically. Armor and luck, yeah, this is just, I could combine these, but it's not going to help me with anything. Oh my goodness, okay. Pop there, little damage to these guys. And that's it. Okay, so 1 item, only wearing 1 item. All things considered, I think by getting the shield, I prolonged it quite a lot. But now we switch to having 2 items. And I get hunger. I feel good about that. Because hunger is definitely my favorite thing for this character. Our first item, we'll take a Gladius, sure. And then I'm looking for... Oh, you know what? An old helmet. Actually, I could go with Legion. I could have Legion. That could make sense. More likely than not, though, we go with Thorns if I can find it. But yeah, we can go with Legion. I can't have enough for Villager. There's not really a reason then to even try to get 3 Villager items. I need a weapon. Ooh, tricky. Tricky. I could take the Air Crown, swap out for the Legion, at least for now. Royal needs 3, so I can't really use Royal, but at least it gives me some luck and damage amp. And then also has armor of its own equivalent, so that's okay. That's okay. Okay. We can hope that the luck does a lot of things for us and just take this. Maybe I survive long enough in this one, and maybe not, because I think Thorns was doing a lot last time, but maybe I do. And if I can survive long enough... Oh, and actually, you know what? Because that was my... Oh, yeah, we are on 2. We're on 2 right now. Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully... Oh, there's Thorns' shield. I do think you swap this out here. I think Thorns is going to be a big thing if I can get the ring. Maybe it works out for me. Oof. Okay, we'll see. Unfortunately, get a crown instead of a weapon, but not too bad. look at me go. We get hunger and war magic, the speedrun tech, but not going to matter that much here. Attack there. Hunger allows for an extra attack, but I have weakness, which is okay. I mean, 2 attacks is definitely helpful. And maybe I could get magic instead of thorns, and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, very curious. Very curious. To have 2... Is it possible to beat the boss with only 2? I don't think so, but yeah, I'm wondering. Get 1 down straight away there. Hunger is going to help a lot. Maybe it depends on what the 2 are. You could have a good amount of thorns, and hunger is going to help take out enemies, and I could use maybe the potions to help with that as well, but how can you eat through that much boss health? I don't know. If you had a really good weapon, it could be... It could be with a weapon, maybe. Okay, take here. Just because, like... Okay, what is our boss, actually? Pardon me. King of the Forest. So the way King of the Forest works is that if I don't kill both their allies by the time Get this guy down. King of the Forest. Don't get both their allies by the time they, like, the 5th turn arrives, essentially. Then they will do, like, insane damage to me. So you basically have to kill the boss by then. I can heal here, but, ooh, it's spooky. Okay. Get rid of the Poisoner. Try to get rid of you. Ugh. Wow, they're really hurting me, though. Take something here. Okay. I think it's still healing potions. I think it still has to be. Again, you could take random uncommon item, and in this case, it's probably the most helpful it could be. You know what? For the sake of knowing, I've literally never taken that option. It gives me a Fang necklace. It gives me a 3 enraged Fang necklace. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know about that. I regret it already. That I don't know. That might end me. Oh, I should have used the Berserk potion there. Okay. Fair enough, but we get on to having 3 items. So we very quickly die early on, but I think as I get into it, like the 4 or 5 item kind of area, I think there's a pretty good chance I can get past the first boss. Slime Mother. Okay. Poison Spike is probably the only one of those I wouldn't take. Although, let me think. You could have 3 Taboo, which is not bad. It does good, like, counter damage. We also have Hunger again, though. Which is very nice. First time you lose health, each combat gain 1 barrier. Kind of nice. When entering a new area, gain 4 armor. I don't know. We'll take this, I guess. Throw it on, but I'm not going to use it for long. Probably just take Hunger. Probably just take Hunger and hope for... So we can wear 3. So I actually could wear... I could actually wear Villager this time. That's useful. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, sure. 2 weapons. 2 weapons and a hat. But give me a good weapon option here. Yeah, the possibility of Taboo. 5% of the enemies max HP when they hit me, and 35% chance of doing 5% of their max HP and doing 20 damage. It's not a terrible call with Undead Shield. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Maybe this is dumb, but... and then we take Shadow Guard to get 1 extra barrier guarantee. Shadow Guard's... It's not very good. If it was per round, it'd be pretty crazy, but because it's just per combat, but it's not super good, but it's not super terrible either. Attack here. Okay, I might not be able to use this yet because we don't have enough. Okay, Poison Spike. If I was gonna go, yeah, I could upgrade the Poison Spike here. Okay. Yeah, the damage on Poison Spike is really low, but it is Taboo. I wonder, could that work? Oh my gosh, okay, another Poison Spike. Give me this. Oh, I don't know, is this a massive gamble? It kind of is. Shadow Veil. Shadow Veil's really good with this, though. As a tier 2 skill, I don't know. Yeah, let's go for it. Taboo is like the, yeah, tricky. Last one I would normally go for, but it really might work out. Okay, there we go. And so far it's working pretty well. I'm getting the right items, that's for sure. Okay. Attack. And then because I'm not using Villager, I guess I might as well swap off of Villager. I don't think with only 3 that I can wear, it just doesn't seem like a great call to use that. Okay, take whatever here, and then yeah, we take off the hat and put on the Rogue Vest for some dodge chance. Okay, getting closer. 1 more Taboo item needed. Can't wear 3 swords, so that's not an option, but if we get one somewhere here, okay, take a green. I should be able to get at least to the Forge this time, for the first time, right? For the first time in this type of run. Okay. Pop him down there. Okay. Yeah, doing decent damage right now. All right, another green. I'll move this up as well. Okay. Get them down. I wish I had thorns. I do miss having thorns. My third could be thorns if I can find it, at least until we get the shield. If I find the ring. Okay, take this here. 3 greens. Okay. Gotta get down the snake first. Yes. Yeah, dodge chance really going pretty crazy here. I mean, 15% is not a crazy amount, but it's not a bad amount, especially this early. Take a Seal Buckler. Yep, or Buckler. And... uncommon item. Again, uncommon item, it could be something nice or it could be something totally useless. Permanent stat boost. Permanent stat boost could be like lifesteal, which would be cool. Let's try permanent stat boost. I think the healing potions, you can see my health is doing just fine so far. So one of these two. I'll take permanent stat boost. It gives me critical chance. Okay. Not what I was looking for, but hey, I can't complain. That's how randomness goes, huh? All right, attack there, and you're down, and okay, we're doing fine. Okay, another one of these. Getting close to the shrine. Am I going to upgrade Undead Shield at the shrine? It's kind of interesting. Okay, attack here. Good. More Enrage could be an okay thing to have. Want to get you down quick and then get them down. Taking some damage. Yeah, if only it was lifesteal though, that'd be huge. But critical chance, okay. Or was it? Wait, was it critical chance? It was. Yeah, did it say chance? If it was damage, that would be rough. But chances again, not too bad. Take this here. Upgrade. Okay. We have guarding. I wish I had some type of thorns. You know what I could do though is I could upgrade this and wear the big armor instead, and just give me more time to attack. Because the dodge chance is low enough, you know. Most likely it doesn't save me from much damage. Instead, where the armor I know will every time. Take that there. A bit more consistent. Upgrade. Let's upgrade the shield. 6 armor, so get better armor and better enrage. I can work with that. You know, it's not guard, but it's good. And attack. Okay, enrage pretty high right now. The poison will finish you off, so I'm going to try to get rid of a different one. Good. And then finish them. Okay, yeah, enrage helping a lot. Love that. Oh, wait, there's taboo. We can have 3 taboo now. And it gives thorns. Oh, that's actually really good. So we have 3 taboo, which means a 35% chance whenever I'm attacked of stunning the opposing person and also doing 20 damage to them, which in the early game is huge, and 5% max HP, which is going to be helpful against bosses. All right. Taboo. Yeah, really weird. All right, here we go. You got stunned and then decimated. I never would have expected this, but just because of the items we got at the beginning, I think it's my best bet. Attack here. Okay, hoping for this 35% to happen quite often. Attack there, and then they'll pop. Yes, okay, this is really good. Sure, take something there, that's fine. We get to our first forge, and I can actually forge. Amazing, huh? Okay. We got a blue, it's a weapon good, but I can't use it. Is it better? I guess just do this. Forge, nope. With this character, I'm not gonna be able to so maybe I might as well forge a round instead of forging another, like forging an uncommon. Okay, so forge this one. Looking for, okay, nope. If it was taboo though, imagine. All right, attack here. Have a little bit of thorns, have a little bit of poison, and lots of enrage. You are stunned and going to pop. You're poisoned for a little bit, but 6 enrage, I think my best bet is to protect you. It did exactly enough damage, so yep. And then there, take him out. Huge. Oh, poison knife. 2 to 3 and 2 poisonous. 2 to 5 and 2 poisonous. So I'll take it, but I can't use it yet. Not just yet. Still really good to get. Okay. Get them gone. Big hits. Okay. Oh, my health is looking worse for wear, but okay. 3 of these. We could, from the second forge, get an epic, but my health is looking real low. All right. Attack. Yes, get bludgeoned. Fantastic. All right, attack this guy. Good. Oh, my health is slowly inching down. I do have insta damage as an option. Thorny Ring. Okay, I could take Thorny Ring because worst case on the way there, we could use Crown. Yeah, if I had these 2 together, I could put each of those on and just heal a little bit for a span and then switch back to this, or even just stick with them. The amount of thorns there is good, and I would love to have the regen. And I could just have this shield on in addition. Man. I'd love the idea of getting imagine like a taboo weapon, I suppose, but there's not a much better option. I need some way to heal, and taboo is not it, so we take this. Yeah, got to. All right, so now in order for this to work, we take off these 2 for the time being. I'll still have them in my treasured spots of hopefulness, and put these 2 on, switching to a Darkthorn build, using the shield to survive and gain enrage, and just trying to kill with thorns and regenerate. What's my best start here? 8. They'll still be fully blocked, and then you'll hit me for 4, and then I could, if I need to, I think, yeah, we attack here. Okay. That gives me 4 enrage. I will not do much damage. 8 and 4 is just enough to get through my armor, and then I'll be regenerating for 3 and damaging for that. Okay, I think hit here. Yeah, I think that was the right call, because now I have enough damage to get rid of you, and I heal. Okay, perfect. Still alive. Okay, more than half of the way through with only 3 items equipped. That's good, that's good. take this. We can combine these. That's my better taboo option. If I can switch back to it later, we'll see. What to do with you? I think 1 damage, then... Oh, the regen will finish you off, but the thorns would anyway. So what's my amount of thorns right now? I have 7 thorns. That's going to be enough for both of you along with the regen. I just need to attack the wound character straight away. Yeah. Boom. Okay. A little bit of a spooky character. You do 2 damage plus 1, but I'll out heal that damage. So I want to slow roll this. I'm okay with it. Yeah. All right. Nothing here. We'll take whatever then. That's fine. Attack here. Block that. I want to finish you off first. Good. And then slow roll this more or less. Yep, we're up to 30 HP. Actually, this is going so well. Can I beat the boss with 2 thorns and some enrage? Well, which boss? It's a slime mother. That is probably the worst one for it to be honest, but there's a chance. Get rid of... I think I need to get rid of comments a little bit. And attack... Get rid of your shield straight away. I think so, yeah, because I only do the 1 damage, so perfect thing to use it on. And then, yeah, try to finish you off. Good. Okay, a little poison on me. That's fine. Still 32. We're going up. Health is going up, despite the odds. All right. Get rid of that. Get rid of the wound character first. I think so. Okay. Tricky. Actually, maybe I want to get rid of you first. Because the wounds are not much of an issue as long as there's no one else to take advantage of them. There we go. Wait, what did I just... Oh, yeah, I gained the extra guard from Shadow Guard, so that's also helping me on the way. All right, sweet. We get a rare. And then I'm going to guess we get rid of the comfy boots there. Attack. All right, feeling really good. Attack this one. 3 items. Oof, but it's working. Take the Thorny Ring, upgrade Thorny Ring. Would love to see it. And combine... Wait, Undead Boots. Wait a second. Okay. There's a better option. Okay, wait. So is it better to wear more armor or to wear the poisonous weapon when I do taboo? I'm not sure. Maybe just hold on to those then for the time being. Okay, combine these all. Oh, this does regen. This does regen and thorns. It's just so much better than the Thorny Ring. Yeah, we swap that off. So we do these 3. I actually having really crazy luck right now. I could go up to 3 Dark Thorn. I'll hold on to the Dark Thorn Ring just in case, because I could go to 4 if I can get Dark Thorn as an option. On the other hand, maybe I can't get 5 taboo and yeah, 5 taboo would require me to get 2 boss kills. Yeah, we'll see, but okay. I need to roll. What can I roll then? Kind of limited. Oh, no, I need the ring. Hold the ring just in case for the 4. Tricky. Maybe we just roll the bear boots around with some commons. Sure, that could work. Nothing. And what about you? Nothing. Okay, that's fine. We have healing, debilitation, and acid to use against the boss, but no more potions after this. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good, though. I think this first boss... The tough thing is, like, will I be able to do enough damage to get rid of the minions and not amplify them to, like, untold numbers? It might get really spooky. We'll see. What do I want to upgrade as well? I could upgrade the shield for more enrage, which might be important against the boss, or I could try to upgrade some thorns stuff. Like, upgrade the regeneration amulet is kind of crazy. But yeah, like if one of the minions gets amplified by like 100 or something and then just pops me, it's tragic. So gotta be careful. Slime Mother is probably the hardest one for this challenge, even though it's maybe the easiest one normally. Well, no, the tree is probably the easiest one overall. But usually the twins are the hardest. Okay, here we go. But I think in this case, maybe not. I've got a lot of regeneration stuff going on. Upgrade. So yeah, do we max out the shield? Gives me big armor gain, maybe a second guard, and definitely more enrage. Or increase regeneration and thorns. Thorns damage is going to be important, but enrage is also going to be important, I think. Because there's going to be a lot of enemies attacking me. I think I upgrade this one. A little more armor, a little more enrage. I was hoping for one more guard, but we live with it. You know, it's a rare shield. You can't ask the world of that. All right, let's see it. Okay. Get rid of your slimes. You know what? Actually, because I don't do much damage, this is kind of okay because I can just one at a time get rid of the slimes. Their health will increase based on the amount the slime mother's HP goes down. A little scary. But I've got a lot of rage there. So with only 3 items equipped, I think first boss is going to be pretty clean. Okay, their health maybe isn't actually increasing. I think... Let's see. No special abilities. When attacked, if there are less than 2 slime drones, summon one with max health equal to lost health. If not, increase the attack of a random slime drone by that amount. If there are less than 2 when attacked, summon slime drone. If I attack you and there are 2... Oh, summon slime drone with crazy health. So if I attack you right now, you'll summon a slime with 100 and some odd health. But because I'm not going to do that, we avoid that. But if I attack you and there are 2 slimes already, you'd give it crazy damage. Okay. So yeah, just this is actually, you know what? Apparently, this is a really good fight for me. I was kind of worried about it because I figured you'll just spawn a bunch at once, but you really do kind of slow roll it. I'm used to attacking multiple times and then that boss spawning a bunch and then spawning one with crazy damage or health, and then it's like, oof, you know, just death. Whoa, death cap, taboo darkthorn. That's perfect. That is so perfect. Okay. Oh, this allows something interesting. It allows me, what it allows me is choice. It allows me free will because I can choose to go 3 taboo, 2 darkthorn here, or 4 darkthorn. Yeah, either way, I guess. Yeah, or technically I can't go 5 taboo, but you know, we got a lot of choice. Not all the choice, but a lot of choice, and it should make it really easy to go darkthorn taboo for the rest of the game. Take a Black Rose Shield. Oh, that's a good point. Ah, yeah, that's pretty good. Regeneration, Guard, Thorns, and Armor. I think I might have to take this one, even though it's tempting not to, because I do kind of want to go some taboo. Like normally what I'd like to do is I would swap off the Blighted Crown and put on the boots, and we have 3 and 2, which is really strong. I might go that for a span, but I think the safer route is going to be going for 4 Darkthorn with a shield. Anyway. Now that I have the shield, though, there's no universe I go for this ring ever. Yeah, Thorny Ring has been booted. We have now 3 items, and this is max I can wear. So, yeah. Say no to thorns. All right. Yeah, because I think this is... Well, you know what? Maybe I changed my mind. I don't know. I mean, this gives regeneration, which is nice. Oh, you know what would be better, actually, though, would be to wear the shield instead of the amulet, because it also has base regeneration and has better thorns. Ah, yes, we're learning as we go. Swap this out, so we have our 3 items. But now I have the Thorns shield, yeah, and some guard. Okay, that could do a lot for me. That could do a lot for me. Nice. What game is this? This is Overlooting. It is an inventory management roguelite, and it is fantastic. I love this game. I mean, you know, I'm biased. I play it all the time, okay, but it is quite good. But yes, inventory management roguelite. The idea behind the thing I'm working on right now is normally in the game, you have these things, these sets, and every set gives you some advantage. So you see for Darkthorn here, this specific set, it's like a thorny set, so enemies attack you, take counter damage. So for this set, if you have 2 items from that set equipped at a time, then you can gain some regeneration and some thorns. Like, you kind of amplify that build. So the set's stuff already has regeneration and thorns. You get even more of it. You get some cool effects from it. That's the idea. So each different set type, there's a lot of them, have their own rules. Taboo, for example, is completely different from Darkthorn. So Taboo, unlike Darkthorn, which regeneration boosting and damage based on regeneration, kind of cool like that. Taboo is when enemies attack you, they have a chance of being stunned, and then when they leave that stun, they take a ton of damage. Very different from Darkthorn. There's magic-based sets. There's like armor-based sets, of course. There's like physical attacking sets, all kinds of different sets. The restriction that I'm playing right now is to only wear, until I die, to only wear 3 items instead of having full 7 choices, which means I get a lot less sets, and it means I get a lot less ability to work around. I think it's going to go well, though, because I've gotten, like, this is my first time getting into the second area with this. I started with nothing at all, and of course I died very quickly. I shifted to having just 1 item equipped. I still, you know, still with that, you have a weapon, that's nice, but, you know, it doesn't change the world. And then finally here I have 3. Well, I had 2 and then now I have 3, and this has actually got me to the second area of the game. So I'm glad you think it looks cool. Yeah, I do quite like the game. I'm going to here refresh this. Okay. I don't know if I love any of these. I guess I should take one. Let's get rid of that. That's a lot of work. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a cool idea. I'd love it to be like, imagine, I think they should do like achievement where beating the final boss with like a certain amount of equipment not worn. I think that'd be really awesome. Like for me personally, I'm doing it like all the way through with only 3, and I don't know if there's an easy way to program that into the game, but I think it'd be really cool, just like achievement, beat the final boss with certain amounts not equipped. But thank you. Let's get rid of this one. We'll take a blue. All right. You're on real gamer time. Yeah, right? Felt cool just playing Mega Bonk. Mega Bonk's awesome. Listen, I feel cool playing Mega Bonk, okay? No shame in Mega Bonking. I've been bonking on the daily lately, but I've been doing actually with Mega Bonk speedrunning with that in particular. I think that's, you know, that's... I try to be inventive and I try to do kind of creative things with this stuff, but, you know, a good old speedrun's a classic. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. All right. This is going so well. This run. It's going so much better than I would expect. Okay. Do we take anything here? I guess the Wolf Ring free upgrade. Probably get rid of Forbidden Helmet as well at this point. And maybe this chest piece too. What do you got? What do you got here? What do you got here? I tried with Mega Bonk, and mostly I'm just going through the challenges. I'm still too early to be, you know, to be too much of a gamer, but I did do the tier 1 speed run, and I got a pretty decent time, like a minute 15 for the first boss kill. So end of the round, if you don't have armor, gain 10 damage or 10 armor. This is an interesting one because it allows me to continue just surviving and just every turn getting 10 armor. That's a pretty strong option. Gain 2 regeneration. This is good for Thorns. At the end of the round, gain damage amp. If I'm just trying to survive a certain amount of time, the damage amp will do a lot for me. I don't have a lot of options for amplifying damage, so although Shadow Veil is extremely powerful, I don't know if I can use that one long term. Every third round or turn becoming vulnerable is also good, but I might take Grow in Power here. Shadow Veil is it's tough. It's tough because Shadow Veil is good, but I have no way to amplify over time without taking Grow in Power. Fair enough. All right, we go for an attack here. And also, by the way, I just want to throw this out there. You were the first person on Kick to chat who's like a real person for me, which, you know, maybe it's a lot more common but my experience has not been that. So I do appreciate you coming around. Regardless, this will be an event in my mind, so I do appreciate it. All right, but let's carry on our attacks. Yeah, there was a game. I guess I'm getting derailed in my head here. I can't help myself. But there was a game, you're talking about Mega Bonk, a multiplayer kind of version of Mega Bonk is called Lort that I saw recently. Someone was playing, and I was like, oh, that's actually really cool looking. Do I take this one? You know, I actually don't really need it. Let's move these things around. What do I want to keep? So yeah, at this point, anything at least rare of the set types that I don't mind or that I want to have. I don't think I care about the poison knife probably now. So yeah, this stuff at the top here is probably all it is. All right, we attack. Oh, look at you. So you get stunned, and then because of taboo, you'll take 20 damage when you break free of that stun. It's no longer like insta pop on you, but it is good. Okay. Yes, get destroyed, please, and thank you. Anything here that I might want to work with? I guess Hero's Cape, I can combine them. We'll have 3 tier 3s. I might be able to combine those together for something cool. Get rid of the Autumn Staff and that. Move these up and over and take. All right, 5 potions. Area 2, only 3 items equipped. There's a chance, you know, there's a chance this goes crazy. What's my regeneration at right now? We're at 6 regeneration. Not bad. Grow in Power doing its work. And damage amp getting up decently high. Anything from this? Not thinking that's going to be it, though. Nope. I'm good. We skip there. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay. Oh, I forgot the classic speedrunner tech where you attack twice within 1 turn. All right. Anyway, now we skip here as well. Maybe I get rid of the poison knife, but it is leveled up once. So like something I can do is if I get a tier 2 epic and I combine it with a tier 2 uncommon and a tier 2 rare, because they're all tier 2s, it'll guarantee the result is a tier 2. And so that would give me another tier 2 epic. So like if I really don't like, you know, whatever tier 2 epic that I combine in, that works. Skippy. So I will hold on to this just because it's tier 2. I take easy path on speedruns, and I think I'll take easy path on only wearing 3 pieces of gear. I think that'll work too. Yeah, definitely don't mind that one. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, your damage is high. That's fine. Regenerate, thank you. Nothing here. Good. Okay. Yeah, break that straight away. Oh, wow. Look at them get bludgeoned, though. Feels great. Feels really great. Okay. Yeah, genuinely, and I was a little worried about how the beginning of the stream would go, because genuinely my thought was I don't get past boss 1 until I have like at least 4 equipped. I was wrong, you know? Take this one, combine. We have 3 equipped, and we're definitely well past boss 1. Area 2 definitely is, yeah, more challenging, but I am bludgeoning them to death a good amount, and my Grow in Power is helpful. What is the tier 3 skill I would take if I survive that long? Beating boss 2 is going to be tricky, but okay, wait, anything here? Skippy, I think, yeah. Let's see. End of the 3rd round, gain 10 regeneration, 100% damage amp, and invulnerable. Ooh, yeah, that's probably the best way it could go. if I want any chance of winning. When entering an area, gain 2 stacks of poison, weakness, and wound. Apply 10. You know, it's good. It's definitely good, but nothing game-changing. Well, you don't have armor. All your damage is doubled. Apply 2 extra stacks when applying statuses. Okay. I think upgrade the Black Rose Shield here. It kind of has to be. It is my only it's a legendary, right? It's a legendary. You can take it. And that gives me better thorns, better regen, no guard boosting, but we do get a little more armor. All right. Okay, good. Ow. Oh, this guy's damage is high. Get rid of him. Thank you. Luckily, we have a little enrage. Just that tiny bit of enrage from Undead Shield, but it's enough for me to get rid of really problematic enemies. Tricky here. So upgrading Amulet. The Amulet gives regen, but it gives way worse thorns than Blighted Crown does. So do I want more regen or do I want more thorns at that point? I mean, because the damage amp is going to be amplifying the damage the thorns are doing. Regen, I can only regen so much at a time anyway, so I might upgrade the crown. Maybe that's a mistake, but we go for it. Okay, attack. With that being said, you know, what are the odds I'm going to switch off of the taboo? I think the taboo really is kind of carrying, where if I didn't have the taboo, I'd be getting a lot more hits coming in at a time, and because regen can only do so much for me right now, my health is, you know, whatever, I can't kill enemies very quickly. That seems like a good call. We do take this. A boot replacement I can use actually right away. Let's get rid of Hag Shoes, take the boots, and swap these boots out. Gives me swiftness instead. Well, same swift. Oh, wait. Worse swiftness, better armor. That's kind of strange. That's kind of strange. I'll admit, that's kind of strange. All right. I mean, you know, more armor is actually better for me, though, so I don't mind it. With this build, I'll take every ounce I can get. Armor and thorns. Ooh. Thorns instead, though, is probably preferable. Yeah, probably. I'm already going for a thorns build to an extent. What to get rid of if that's the case? Well, I don't need these then. Take this, and then I will swap these out. And because I'm Shadow, I can put it on any set spot, but I might as well put it on the head because I only have 3. Okay. Oh, interesting. What to do here? What's my best bet? Roll for... Yeah, probably just keep it simple. Roll for a legendary. Oh, wait. Not that one. And maybe this, because I think I'm always either going to take Blighted Crown or I'm going to take the chest piece. I don't think I'd take both. Maybe I would, but I think I'll hold on to the Amulet Regrowth and forge these ones. Yeah. Okay. I thought for a bit if I want to lurk or talk and what to say, but I guess I'd say a simple hi. Hey, how you doing? Hey. Kage Taken, welcome. I appreciate you popping in, for sure, and I appreciate you commenting, you know? It's always appreciated. All right, go in there. Big player of overlooting yourself or not so much? Yes, Corrupted Vines. That does in fact mean that I don't need a whole lot of things. Okay, well, what to do at that point? I will have that for later in case I want to use it. Am I going to swap off this though? I just don't know. This gives me regeneration and big time thorns, but it removes the guard. I think the guard is going to be important. Okay, so we have 2 things that are upgraded there. Maybe combine in also this staff. Yeah, I feel okay about it. Interesting. Not upgraded, but that's okay. That's okay. Throw these over here. Attack. FO high. Yes, I appreciate you very much. All right, we attack in. And lots of poison. Please kill them. Ooh! Never heard about it until about 2 days ago. Kind of hard to find stuff about it. There seems to be no demo, no guides. Yeah, I gotta make something because I've been doing. I started a competition at the beginning of this month for overlooting speedrunning. I think overlooting is a great game personally, and so on. And I think so. Like the point with the competition. Oh, these guys are gonna get strong fast because of this guy. The point with the competition is that I want to get more people to play the game, get involved in it, and so on. I started speedrunning the game. I thought it was fun. I was like, okay, would other people find this interesting? I hope so. And okay, attack here. Ooh, 2 Black Rose Shields. Probably not. We probably don't go for. We need taboo. Okay. Maybe get a second one and I can combine it into 2. So I have like a cash prize for it. Some people are submitting runs and so on. That's why I found it. Oh, well, that you might have actually found out it from a Reddit post. I made a Reddit post, but I'm old and dumb and what not actually, but to an extent, I don't know how to do things, and so my Reddit name is like some random bit of whatever they gave me instead of the accurate one. How does the combat work? Everyone's chilling until you click an enemy, and that plays a single turn of combat. Do you know if Borderlands is spyware? Please tell me. I don't want to get into a huge tangent on that. I would say like don't worry about it. In terms of that whole topic, which I will not go into right now, but in terms of that whole topic. The only point is like a lot of big companies tend to like get a lot of information and data from you, and that's not super cool. There's not a good reason to do it, whatever. And so, you know, just for people use Linux to avoid using Google and stuff like that. I wouldn't worry about it if you're just like, I just play casual games. I'm already using Google. I'm using these things. Don't stress too much about it. I broke it down a lot in the comments of the video you're talking about. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. How does combat work? Everyone chilling until you click on an enemy, and that plays a single turn of combat. Yeah, so the idea with combat, and right now, by the way, I'm playing like a challenge where I'm only using 3 or like one at a time going up. And so I'm in area 2, still only using 3 pieces of gear. That's why it's like this. Normally it'd be faster and different, and you know, a lot of aspects of the game. Anyway. Yeah, the way combat works is you attack an enemy. It's turn-based. So you attack, then they'll attack. You can get amplification to your amount of attacks through things like swiftness, or like magic burst to allow you to hit with like an additional magic attack. Like whenever you attack with magic damage, you do a magic burst on top of it. Or like in my case, I'm using thorns right now to do counter damage. I'm using taboo to stun the enemies, have a chance to stun enemies when they attack me. There's all kinds of things to that end. But generally, yeah, you attack, then they attack, you attack, they attack. And you're trying to get the right loot, inventory management, right? You're trying to get the right loot to equip it. My character was confused. Oh, wow. Oh, I should have used potions there. I thought I didn't realize how much poison I had on me. Oh my goodness. Okay, but that was a really good one. Really good run with only 3 bits of loot equipped. So we know it is very possible to get far. And maybe taboo is kind of broken for this thing. But now with that death, we move on to 4 things that I can equip at a time. No more than 4. No more than 4. So I'm limited to that. But I think this is the part where I wonder if I could actually get all the way to the end. How death looks. Thank you. Thanks. I was worried you wouldn't appreciate it. You know, my sacrifice for the cause. No. No. So yeah, this is how it works. We go 1 up at a time. So we're now on to up to 4 equipped. Up to 4. Spyware. It's a game. Oh yeah, the Borderlands thing. So basically, there was a point not too long where people were like frustrated or upset around Borderlands stuff, and I was looking into it. They had changed or updated their privacy policy, which generally no one really uses or like no one really reads into. We'll take this one. It's a very complex game. Yeah, no, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. For speed running it, you're looking for specific things. It's like to optimize, and yeah, that's sort of how it goes. Trying to find the best build, trying to find the best concept. Swiftness does more actions per turn. So there's a couple things to the game. Swiftness itself gets you a chance to get 1 bonus attack every time you do an attack. It does not give you a bonus attack chance on the extra attack it gives, though. However, like with something like Hunger here, which gives you 1 bonus attack in the first turn, when you attack, you could maybe get a bonus attack from Swiftness, but then when you attack from the Hunger attack, which is the 1 bonus attack, that can also give you a Swiftness attack, meaning potentially up to 4 total attacks. So like if you had 100% Swiftness and you have Hunger, you will guaranteed hit 4 times in 1 turn. So Swiftness is interesting in that it doesn't give you more than 1 bonus attack unless you have some way of getting a bonus attack that's not from Swiftness, at which point even that can also give you, right? Kind of crazy. Seems like, yeah, it's very good. Hunger is very good. Definitely a fan myself. I cannot wear more than 4, so I will swap off and we'll try to get our 3 villager maybe this time. Hunger stack with itself. So Hunger is so the way that these work with skills, you can only have the 1. So Hunger is a tier 1 skill, which means you can get it among the tier 1 options, but you can't have a second Hunger option. There is for Maximilian, so that's for Shadow, but Maximilian, a different character, has the ability to, has 2 the amount of attacks amplifying things. They have Executioner, which allows you to kill an enemy and then get 1 free extra attack. And maybe if you have 3 enemies, you kill enemy, get an extra attack, kill enemy, extra attack, enemy, extra attack, right? So that's like the possible chain. Executioner is very, very good on Max, a different character. Max, though, also has a tier 3 skill called... what is my brain doing right now? Called dual wielding, where if you're wearing 2 weapons, you get 1 bonus attack. And then with swiftness, right? So here's the crazy thing, right? So let's say you have Executioner and you're playing Maximilian, you have Executioner, you have swiftness, you get an attack, that attack procs swiftness, you get to attack again, but you don't kill the enemy. But because that first attack procs swiftness, you get another attack, and also because that first attack killed an enemy, you get another attack. And so you're able to kill the second enemy and then carry all those attacks that you've just potentially gained into the third enemy. So like definitely swiftness with Executioner has a lot of potential. Every Executioner attack should count has one extra option or like possibility of proccing swiftness. Pretty crazy. And then with dual wielding, you get an additional like one attack, which could also proc swiftness. So all those things together make for Maximilian to be a very good character. And you may be wondering, okay, how many characters are there though, right? I mean, like, so we're saying this character's broken, like Hunger is really good. Here's some strategies for it. I play with this character specifically. So I think this character personally is better than Maximilian. There's obviously debate on that. But personally, I find this character to be the strongest. So if we're saying this character has an advantage with Hunger that they can use, and then there's some other reason that I really like it, there's also Maximilian. Is there another character maybe that's really strong? Well, there is another character, I'll say. That's Liz. Liz allows for refreshes. Liz is really pretty interesting and maybe could do well for a challenge like this, but Liz is not very good for speedrunning because Liz is all about taking an item and using the recycler to get a different item, which just takes time and generally, you know, it's just most of the like it extends runs a lot. It's a character that you're going to play for a long span of time and just kind of hope for really good luck with. For the sake of, and again, like a challenge where you're really restricted, that could be kind of cool, and not so much for for this. Anyway, only 3 characters. Because there are 3 characters, each of them have. So what I was saying before with swiftness, for example, swiftness is often often gotten from a specific set type. Now there are other things that can give you swiftness. It used to be actually the bear ring could give you that. It can't do it anymore. But anyway, yeah, and maybe I'll swap. See here. So we put on these 2 swiftness boots. Each of these are giving me swiftness, but they're not just swiftness boots. They're specifically Sylvan boots, which is a set type. With that set type, the way Sylvan works is every time you attack, you gain 5% damage amplification. Like, so that's just general, whatever damage you do is amplified by 5% every attack. So with Sylvan, it has swiftness, which let you attack more. And then also, because you're attacking more, you're amplifying your damage amp more, which could swing into some crazy levels. Like maybe you do Sylvan Maximilian, where you hit a million times, you kill a bunch of enemies. Maybe when you're fighting a boss, you get a lot of free kills. And then Sylvan procs a ton, giving you a ton of damage. Like that's one like scaling opportunity that no speedrunner has done. I've not done it myself. And neither has Half-Painted Vocalist, and neither did the other runners. So we've not yet seen that even attempted. So worth considering. All right, put on 3, and now I have 3 Villager, and I have my Ironclad Sword. We'd love to see this. Anyway, hold on. I've got a few messages here to see. Hunger doesn't seem to have any duration, and game presumably has multiple stages. So the positive with Hunger for speedrunning specifically is you want to finish enemies off really quickly, so you're trying to find some way to really class cannon. Like, I want to destroy enemies as fast as possible, so I'm going to just scale entirely into damage. And so although Hunger only works for the first round, it is very powerful because you ideally only want to be using a round or 2, so there you go. Where Executioner has more long-term potential because you could carry in a long fight and whatever, but oftentimes if you're going for the Hunger thing in the early areas, it allows you to win faster with this character, and in the later areas, you kind of I'll gain 2 poisonous from that. I don't know if I don't care much for that, but that's okay. I don't need it. 2 poisonous is fine. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit about speedrun stuff, but Hunger doesn't seem to have any duration and presumably have multiple areas. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's interesting because you're scaling up your own damage generally, so it works. It does work, but I see why someone might say Maximilian's better. It's just that in my experience, it hasn't been. Like, I've played a good amount. I've played probably more Shadow than Maximilian, but also I've had more luck with Shadow than Maximilian. My strategies have worked better on that character because I tried Maximilian for C0 speedruns and they're nowhere near as fast. I'd imagine the same is probably going to be true for C5. But again, it could just be that I've had poor luck with Max and had good luck with Shadow or whatever, or just whatever. So anyway, rambling. Speedrun stuff. Say you get Hunger in Area 1, then enter Area 2, and then Area 3. Do you get 3 total attacks? No. So yeah, so the way every skill is only like kind of a one-time dealio. Take this. I'll take Undead Breastplate. Last time, Taboo worked really well for me. Last time I could only have 3. Now I can have 4, so I'm able to use the Villager with the sword, but maybe I do want to swap off to the Breastplate. I haven't gotten any thorns, any Dark Thorn yet. That's fine. Which is my good healing after first area. We'll see how it goes. All right, attack. I can get rid of you first, yeah, so you don't amplify your friends. So yeah, it is. So Hunger is just its own effect. It doesn't get stronger over the course of like each one. None of them work that way. I'm gonna take Skull Ring because it allows for a second Taboo, and Taboo again. It worked well last time. Do I have enough for 3? I guess I do. What I might do now is I might. Hello? Wait. What? Wait. This is new. Huh? You can't take an equipped item off and upgrade at the same time. I haven't noticed that before. I guess it's such a niche thing, you know, maybe it makes sense. I haven't noticed, but it's funny. Okay, attack here. Area is like a new room with new combat. Yeah. Areas are like, I mean, it's like arcs to a game. Like almost any game kind of works that way. Like if you took some effect or some ability, if you get to the next area, you still have that ability equipped and you're just fighting stronger enemies generally. So yeah, it's very roguelike-y in that way, I guess. Take this and pop here and there. Why do I feel like, yeah, only 3 characters? Yeah, true. Do I want to pop this off and pop this on? I think I do. We get our 3 taboo, and we have the sword. It feels pretty good to me. Another option, though, if I could get... I could get 2 Darkthorn and then have 2 Ironclad in with the boss, so we'll keep an eye out for that. I'll hold on to the Steel Buckler as an option. And then... because that gets 2 set activations. Ironclad, you have to have at least 2 items in the set to activate, giving you a guard and also thorns whenever your barriers are broken, and also doing counter damage based on their enemy health. Taboo's kind of similar, but anyway. We go with, oh, actually, what do I want to do here? Maybe, you know what? Steel Buckler's not that good. I could get a tier 2 of it, which maybe this is a bad call, but Forge. And this allows me to do one final Forge where we get our first epic. It's saltwater. Oh my goodness. Vocalist, if you're still around, I got saltwater. Can you believe it? Actually, for this character, saltwater might not be the worst. No, it is. So it used to be that Shadow, every single character has their own unique sets or like unique character effects. So like, you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about sets that have their own effects. I'm talking about, of course, stats that have their effects. I'm talking about skills that have their effects. And finally, I can talk about characters that have their effects. It's even though it's a simple game, it's complicated in a way, and especially to understand it for speedrunning, there's a few things to understand or work through. Every character has their own unique aspects. So character 1, Maximilian, is they can revive 1 time. Does life still work from thorns? I don't believe so. Let me take this. Maximilian can revive 1 time. Maximilian can heal every time they use the Forge. So every activation of the Forge heals them. Yeah. And the third Maximilian effect, I guess I'll take a green. The third Maximilian effect. What is the third Maximilian effect? Revival, healing at Forge. I don't know if there is a third one, but I'm not sure. It must not be made that important. And then refresh. Oh, I could take Blighted Boots. Yeah, I will. Can't help myself. I need a little bit of Thorns options. Anyway, okay, so there's Maximilian, who is like a reviver and a healer. So they're like a very safe option is kind of how I think of them. And then there's Liz, who is all about, like, I think Liz gets an upgraded boss chest and has the ability to refresh things. And then you have Shadow. And so Shadow's ability, I'll take these, I guess. Shadow's abilities are all about getting better rewards from gold chests. So the first gold chest, the first gold chest, you get an option of a rare. Personally, I find that taking a rare weapon is the best call, basically always from the first chest, just because that gives you a much stronger, your fights throughout the first area are way easier. Weapons are really important in this game, maybe more than anything else. And then, okay, attack here. And then in the second gold chest, though, unlike every other character, when I get to this second gold chest, or I guess I just got to it there, you saw that I was able to get these Blighted Boots. These are epics. No other character gets second gold chest epic, only Shadow does, which means you can get a really maybe good weapon or whatever. You look for something really strong there. So that's what I love about Shadow is one aspect of it. And then the other Shadow advantage is that when you get to the final area, the shrines, which allow you to upgrade upgrade one of your items. So every shrine, let's say, for example, I use the first shrine to upgrade this sword. I'll use the second shrine to upgrade the sword again. Now we'll have a max level sword, does really good damage, lets the boss be a simple fight. That's the point of the shrines. However, the third area for only Shadow, it allows you to upgrade it twice. So I could go straight from like a legendary shield, let's say, up to a legendary shield tier 3 from tier 1. Really, really strong. I like a lot of things about Shadow, okay? I like the skills, I like the gold chest advantages, I like so much. Shadow's I love Shadow. It's a great character. We go with this. I should probably swap off some of these comments. I probably don't need to hold on to them any longer. Oh, healing. And attack. I have a little rage though, so we're okay. Okay, so there's our two Darkthorn options. Okay, that's good. Good to have. Let's roll. What's a roll here? Perhaps it doesn't work due to full perhaps it doesn't work due to full inventory. The game might try to check if there is a space first. Oh, it might. Yeah. There might be something kind of funny there going on. Forge here. There we go. Okay, different taboo option. Probably, well, I do like Enrage quite a bit. Over Swiftness, probably, yeah. Okay, that's fine. And then roll these, or yeah, roll these. Boom. Okay. And then, yeah, I'll just roll these ones. That's fine. We might get it. We upgraded tier 2 even, who knows? Or upgraded uncommon. This is fine, right? Yeah, Forge. Okay. Do I want to swap? Yeah, it's just tricky. Do I want to swap right now to using Darkthorn and Ironclad? I think I do, because I need some way to heal a bit. I love how strong Taboo can get, but we're going to some boots. We're going to wear boots on every slot because we're Shadow. Oh yeah, the third Shadow effect. Right. The final Shadow effect, is if the other two weren't good enough, is that you can wear things regardless of slots up to an extent. So I can't wear all swords. It has to be like equipped gear, boots, helmet, chest piece. Can be any of the three. Equipped weapons are always that way with every character, so that's nothing new, but equipped necklaces and rings I can wear in either slot. Shadow, very cool. Shadow reminds me of Plague Doctors. Yeah, it is really similar. Similar looking for sure. Move these up, move these over. Attack here. Ooh, look at me go. And that was because Swiftness procced on one of those attacks, and I also got a Hunger attack. 3 attacks in a turn. Feels good. Okay. Okay, I'll take a rare. I'm not going to use this. This is actually a really good weapon. Funnily enough, for this, maybe it's silly, but I'm not using magic. I think the reason magic is so good in speedruns, in my opinion, is that you can go Glass Cannon, right? So you take Hunger, you go Glass Cannon. Hunger makes your physical attacks weaker. So for this character specifically, that's also just generally going to be better for you to go, Squire Greaves, switch off for 2 swords, and then upgrade. I'm going to upgrade the Blighted Boots because I think this fight goes fine without upgrading the sword. And I would like to have better Blighted Boots. Yeah. Anyway. From the bright side, if you don't take any healing, you just get stronger. 3 deaths from full power. True. Yeah. I mean, I want to gimmick as far as I can. Like, it'd be so cool to win with as few slots as I can. But true. I will. If I do die, it's not the end of the world, of course. What do we go for here? Multi-attack 2. Yeah, I think I have to go healing mixed with attacking here. The damage that Taboo is going to do is going to be too insane. A bit unfortunate to not be wearing Taboo just because it gives a chance to stun the enemy. And if I stun both these enemies, that's awesome. But no, it's fine. We go with these. Attack 2. Got to get the multi-attacker down first. I think we enrage immediately. Yeah, because I have no enrage stat. And yeah, again, I have 2 weakness to start, so my physical damage is a little lower than it would be, but not too bad. Can you equip mid-combat? So you can equip right now. As soon as you start the combat, equip things become locked. I'm going to do wound onto you, and we're going to hope for a crazy. First turn, I'll get extra attacks. The 10 wound means every time I hit you, I do 10 bonus damage. I have 20 rage. Every hit, it goes down by half. So my damage will be really high initially, a little bit lower next, and lower and lower after that in terms of rage. But I used the rage potion there. I think it's okay. I have some healing. I have some thorns. Let's hope for the best. Yeah. Yep. There it is. The wound does crazy stuff, and wearing 2 good swords. And then look at that. Look at the first attacks compared to these attacks. My rage is gone and the wounding is gone. But I think that'll be enough to get through the first boss. Fantastic. Oh, the pain, but it works. Oh, tricky here. I could re-roll in the hopes of... okay, there's 3 sets that I want right now. I usually want 2 sets. Right now I want 3 sets. Classic maneuver, re-roll, and get no set that you're looking for. I want 3 sets right now. There's not that many sets in the game. The odds of re-rolling and getting at least one of them is high. And, okay. I wouldn't mind Ironclad. Although I think Ironclad's kind of a losing bet long-term with 4 slots, but re-roll it. But it's the only option I get. Oh, game. All right, fine. All right, what do you got? But if there were a thing that I could have. Barbed breastplate. It is quite good. Okay. 20% chance of barriers not breaking when hit. That's quite good for this build. If I'm going to go this route, then it's going to have to be that, I think. Whenever you lose stacks of a status in a combat, a random enemy gains the same amount of wound. I don't imagine that helps for me. Magic, nope. No escape. Chance of negative statuses, nope. Damage amp during damage amp doubling is nice. But no, I think we go barbed breastplate, and we're gonna have to take impervious warding. That's pretty good. Okay, barbed breastplate. A little bit more thorns. We can take off this sword, put on the breastplate, keep our 3 ironclad. 3, no benefit, but you know, it's fine. 3 ironclad and 2 darkthorn. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. Imagine. Hold on. Other option. 1, 2. Armor or swiftness. I guess the enrage, or yeah, enrage or swiftness, or yeah, so I should say armor, swiftness, or yeah, I'll do the skull ring. So this would give us 3 and 2. That way I'm wasting a little bit less. We do 2 ironclad with 3. I have no healing, but I'm full HP right now, so maybe it's fine. We block, and then we also have a chance of stunning. Let's see if that's a good call. Is that something I can work with right now? I have a lot of armor. It seems reasonable. Okay. Feels good, man. Add over. Nice. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. We would take this one. Could combine them. I don't know. Maybe. All right. Maybe. Attack. All right. So yes, 3 taboo. Like last time, I think taboo is really good here, especially enemies that multi-attack. If they attack me twice in a turn, they're almost certainly going to get stunned, and then they'll take their opening from stun damage. Ironclad is going to be when they attack me. An error in my mind of how Ironclad works. I was wrong about this. I believed that Ironclad was when they attack you, they take this counter damage, but actually they do have to be breaking a guard when they're doing that. So while it will give me Thorns increase every time they break a guard, it's... wait, actually, what if I have Impervious Warding? If it doesn't break when hit, if an enemy broke it, damage based on its max health also gain guard per level. When one of your berries broken, gain Thorns. Okay, so they don't have to break it for it to have its effect, so that's a little strange. A little strange together, but okay. Squire Chainmail. I could take the Iron Ring in case I want to do 4 Ironclad, I suppose. All right. Famous last words. I have a lot of armor. True, but the amount of armor I have here is pretty good because the stuns will help a lot. I don't have healing, but I have healing as an option in the inventory, so we're okay. Yeah, I'm good on lifesteal. I'll take it, but I don't need it. I don't think it's going to be better than guard, especially with Ironclad active, because Ironclad's going to give me big counter damage. What's it take here? Nothing. Reroll. Oh, nothing. Take the Witch's Staff, combine those. I think I will. Well, I'll keep it as an extra option for rolling for legendaries, I guess, for the time being. But I could combine them and I get guaranteed level 2 legendary, which would be pretty nice. Okay. Looking forward to Impervious Warding. Don't know how that's going to go, but hoping for the best. For Skippy there. Get rid of this. I need to get rid of some of my uncommons. I'll just get rid of them like that. That's fine. Okay, attack. And combine these if I need to, but I want to hold... Well, Forge is a long way away. Let's just combine. All right, attack. I should have attacked the non-stunned enemy, but we are... I think this one we're going to get much deeper into Area 2, if not getting into Area 3. Good chance of getting into Area 3 here. Okay, attack. Look at me go. Nice. All right. Holy... Get gone. Thank you. And take what, if anything? Probably nothing. No, I'll take a blue. Blues are good. Take any blues that I see. And we get Impervious Warding. What are my odds here? All right. Yeah, and if you're liking this, by the way, you might not... honestly, it really might not be your thing, but well, there will be one, I'm sure, soon that will be your thing. If you enjoy this, I did blindfolded overlooting that last week. I'm doing increased 1 set amount this week, and I'll have a new thing next week coming up. So, yeah, stick around for that. I think it went pretty well, I think, the blindfolded overlooting, but... the game is not designed for it. It was kind of crazy. I did that with Vocalist, half-handed Vocalist the other week. Okay, do we take... yeah, I can take it because I can combine it, and I can have a tier 2. Combine those in together, maybe. So what's the game lore? I think the idea behind the game, like, largely it's, you know, it's just one of those roguelite games where the goal is just to win and whatever, but the idea, I believe, is that there's this corruption that exists in the world. We take this. And like with each character, you're kind of seeking some answer from beating that corruption. And so like as you get deeper and deeper into this forest, you eventually find this awful center pit for the corruption. You fight this big boss of corruption. You beat them. And I think each character has their own sort of voice line at the end of that. Not voice line, but get rid of these. Their own tagline or whatever to sort of say like how they respond to having conquered corruption. And it's sort of interesting, but it is, I mean, it's not super complicated. Like that is the concept, but get rid of this one. predominantly, it's just inventory management, roguelite, like Megaloot. Megaloot's also a very good one. If you have heard of, oh, I could take the shield there. If you have heard of Megaloot, but I'll get a tier 3, I guess, in case I want to use that, and I might want to use it soon. Especially if we get to 6. Can I get to 6? I could wear 4 and have 2 upgrades. I could get to 6, and 6 ironclad. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Okay. But I don't know if it's gonna work. 6 ironclad, 10% of the enemy's HP every time they attack me. Is that my best bet, or do I need to be stunning and doing counters? Because the taboo damage, although it's 5% max HP, that's gonna be less than ironclad will be at peak. Unless I can get... And the 20 or 30 damage is just gonna be less and less useful. It's not gonna be as good against the boss as ironclad would be. So maybe I do want to go full ironclad at the end. Tricky. Tricky. Okay. Break him down here. Classic. Losing my train of thought. Wait. Danger. Okay, we're fine. Never mind. This guy amplifies all the allies around them, and it can be a nightmare. Upgrade you. I probably swap this on. Can I? There's not. Right, because it's not boots. But I don't want to take up even another slot. So let's get rid of this. We'll take this off. We'll put this on. All right, go. How long does unlocking C5 take? So C5, I mean, you have to beat each one of them in order. So technically, I guess if you're speedrunning them, not super long, but you can kind of test the different theories that you have and learn the game a little bit as you get to C5. But once you're on C5, so let's see. I can beat C0 in under 10 minutes, but technically, like, on average, I could beat C0 in... I'll take the easy path here. I think the average time for C0 for me is probably going to be 12 or 13 minutes if I'm like running it, but I think for a new player, you're probably going to take something like 40 minutes per run. And if you have from C0 to C5, you know, you're talking like 3 or 4 hours, I would imagine. Take this, but not too bad. But that's like, well, that's assuming you win every run as well. And I would highly recommend just explore the different classes and so on. If you just want to get to C5 though, just purely like I want to get there as soon as I can, I think if you just go with a really winning strategy and play very consistent, you maybe could beat it in a few hours. Okay, here we go. Like if I want to go from C0 to C5 right now, but then again, also a tough part of it too is like each character gets, let me get some healing here. Ow. this world hurts right now, apparently. Ouchie. Each character gets benefits from having beaten certain corruptions, so it is easier to beat C0 once you've beaten C5. Enough time to clear 3 runs of Hades. True. Well, okay. I think, okay, actually, well, I don't know, 40 minutes. I think if you're pretty good at gaming in general, you know, you could beat it. You could do it faster. Like it doesn't have to take that long. That's just like being generous. Is like, okay, like the average player, and you're just kind of playing casually, trying to learn the game. I think for you, like if your intention is to go in, I would imagine you could beat a C0 run in, 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. And then, yeah, just do each thing like that. 40 minutes. Wait, hold on. That's enough for 3 runs of Hades. Are you a speedrunner? Like in that way? Like have you beaten Hades in like super short amounts of time? I don't know. Yeah. That is also kind of interesting. Save time by not reading anything. There you go. I think that's what Northern Lion did, to be honest. All right, anyway. No hate to Northern Lion. I like Northern Lion quite a bit, but but he does do that with these types of games. It is what it is, you know? We carry forward. Let me, okay, what to do here? Break your shield straight away is good. Okay. Yeah, I like wearing 3 taboo, but this skull ring is doing nothing for me. I should swap it off to... yeah, you know what? I should just swap it off to the chest piece, get a little extra armor. Probably for the best. All right, pop him down. Let's take... Oh, Death Pendant. That's kind of cool. But, I mean, it's better than the ring, because it gives me little thorns, I suppose. I'll hold on to it. I'm torn on that, but... Let's get rid of you. Take this one. I'll pull this up, but I do think it's better to have the... Let's get rid of this and pull this off, and then I'll put on this for the extra armor. It's kind of important. Little bit of Hades running and a bit of Inazuma 11 Steam demo. Nothing amazing. Fair enough. Hey, no worries. Like I think people just giving it a try and learning it, and also like no pressure to like compete at the highest level, whatever. I mean, of course, I hope you do. I would love to see it. Like I'd love to see runs marked down, or like continue pushing down, and new strategies taken, or the same strategies done better or different, or different RNG. Like all these things are fantastic, but also just enjoy the game. You know, it's nice to have someone play it, and it should be a fun time. Let's click through here. A's FFTC Deathless. Nice. I think my PB is around 4 hours 33 minutes. Okay, well, wait. Yeah. So okay, so 40 minutes is not enough for 3 runs. Okay, I was gonna say, like, if you're running 3 runs of Hades in that span of time, that is insane to me. But I'm no expert. Okay, but still, that sounds pretty nuts. Swap you again. What can I get rid of? I'll do these ones. Have a chance of an upgraded thing. Nope, nothing good. That's fine. Am I gonna survive this, or do I need to like alternate my strategy a bit here? I could go for more ironclad. The damage on this would be pretty nice. The 1721. I don't have a ton of ironclad right now, though, unfortunately. Boots. Move these things down. What to work with? I think we're not going to use this anymore. I could, maybe I want some healing. Maybe we do. So let's take off, put on. Gosh, dang it. Wait, do I have anything that... None of these are regeneration yet. If only I had, like, just pure regeneration one thing like that from the Darkthorn, but no, we're 2. And you do 3, you do 10 damage each. This gives me enough damage, 70 to 21. And then we have how much thorns? 18. And then if I do some damage onto one of you. How much does this do? 50? Okay, so I'll do that to you and then hit this one. And then they'll pop, get them down, and now I can regenerate a little bit. Oh, never mind. Wow. That worked not as well as I was hoping. Petro will take this one. This is looking spooky very suddenly. Do I want to be stunning, or do I want to be... Let's see, 3, 3, 3. Each one of these is going to... What is... Let's see, multi-attack. So it might be better to do... dang. It might be better to do taboo there. I'm torn on this. Yeah, their damage is getting high enough. I'd like to regenerate. Multi-attack 3. You're amplifying their damage. I need to get them down quick. Tricky. I think I just attack like this, though. I think this is still the best call. I could... I need to regenerate. I need to heal. Need to heal, so I have to keep this much Darkthorn on. Let's see. Maybe. Good. Okay, good. Now I can heal. Thank you. All right. Fantastic. I think I more or less get how the game works now. Kill them before they kill you and kill them as fast as possible. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there you go. Now you know. You couldn't have guessed those those modifiers. But yeah, there's a fair bit going on. But you'll get it as you play it. And there's, I mean, any questions that you have at any point in time, feel free to ask. Like, I will 100% be around for it. And then also, of course, Vocalist as well knows quite a lot about the game. So there are people to ask. You know, there's people to check in with if you're not sure or something. Thorns and armor, a little bit better on this one. We take this. Okay, I will roll it there. Our breastplate. Interesting. Could go for a lot of this. I'm still struggling on just not having a good regen option. Wait, oh, this is interesting. Okay, wait. So maybe what we do, take these things off. I will take the 1 regeneration on this along with a second bar breastplate, allowing for 4 of ironclad and some regen. Is that the dumbest thing you ever heard? When attacking, when another enemy dies, gain 4 damage. After dying, apply 12 weakness. Oh, that's okay though. Okay, so 4 ironclad, little regeneration, little enrage, good amount of armor, 2 barriers. Tricky. Tricky. Is this a good call? Okay. All right. Generated a bit. This guy will be downed. Damage when not alone. Okay, good. Now you are alone, and then I regenerate that bit. Okay. Okay, this is kind of working. They put me into a weird position here, but it is kind of working. If I had some way to get base regeneration on one of these, I could wear... I don't know. We'll see. It's going okay. Get rid of you. Yeah, but you apply confusion, and then you're going to be amplifying their damage. It's going to be tricky. Let's see if it works. Okay. Yeah, this is probably... Yeah, this fight is just so particularly challenging. Oh, yeah, that's the confusion procs, and it makes me attack the wrong guy. Okay. That pushes us up. Now we can actually use 5 items. I'm really curious to see how far someone could push this. Because I feel like... I mean, but still, 5 items is still not... that's still 2 slots empty. It's just you're so normally designed without... there are some things you can take that allow you to use like less slots. There's some skills that like kind of force it, but you still wouldn't want to be using those. All right. Like, you still wouldn't want to have the slot empty until you have to, right? So like in this, it is a restriction throughout. We take some boots. Now I can have 5 though, so it should be much closer to a standard grip Bible Thump. True. Do we take? Ooh, do I want to take early thorns stuff? do I want to try to like punch through? Now that I can have 5, it's possible I could rely on punching through. Assume the items have the same icons. Wait, hold on, let me... Thorns. I guess I'll just do the, pure thorns and armor. Take it. Sure. I assume the items have the same icons. You can just learn how to tell them apart visually. Yeah. So, there's a couple things to it. So, like, anything... this looks like Darkthorn to me, but I guess I just recognize it. But whenever you put it on, it shows the Darkthorn set, or when you scroll onto it, it shows the icon there next to the name. That lets you know what you're doing. Let me put this on. So now I can have 5. And it does still mean I'm going to have to hold a couple slots open, but okay. We throw on... Yeah, I'll take a wooden sword. Feels good. Because I chose not to take a weapon there. Defying my own advice in general, but I think thorns are so important to a run like this, it's worth it. We take... I don't care about wooden shield, though. I'm not taking that. Can't make me. Let's see. Items have the same icons. You can just learn how to tell them apart visually. Yeah. I mean, oh, by the way, as well, since you are going to be newer to the game and there's things to experience, there are also resources. You should definitely join the Discord for the game if you haven't already, because let's see. Hold on. I'll show this briefly. You know, I'm not gonna linger on it too long. We'll carry on with the run in just a moment. But if you go to the Discord for the game, which is Posing Possums, but you can find it in the Steam page of the game. As always, that is linked in the description if you're on YouTube. On Twitch, I guess just look for the game on Steam. But you go to Resources tab here, and there's all these different things. This stuff is just like certain skill information, which you might not care about, you might care about. But more importantly, down here, if I click on this wiki by Plantum, you can see all the items broken down here with the ability to sort by rarity, so commons exclusively, uncommons, or rares, or whatever. To sort by specific set types. This will help you learn it, but also help you like, okay, well, maybe I get the staff. Wait a minute, is there even a staff of that? Like let's say, for example, I want to get an uncommon Legion sword. Go to Legion here, go to all rarities uncommon. I can also go to categories weapon, and nope, there's no uncommon Legion sword. Probably not that important, but maybe something that's a legendary could be important. So is there a legendary weapon of Darkthorn? No. Good to know, right? It's that sort of thing. And so anyway, it's got all these things here and also the masteries for each character. You can find these in the skill section of the game, but it's kind of easier just to see them in here, scroll over it, see all the information. This was made by just a fan of the game, so there's some pretty passionate fans out there that have done really, really good work here. There's also a wiki. This one, I mean, shield your eyes, I suppose, a little bit, but it's really nice that you've got all the broken down here. A little bit easier to just like parse through because it's all right in front of you. You can click into different things. It also shows the enemies, which the other thing doesn't have. I like this one quite a bit, of course, but it's nice. This like little extra options. Pretty nice thing. And then was there another thing? And there's a Reddit for the game, like things like that. But those two sources are really, really helpful. All right, I'm gonna close this out. Yes. All right, back to gameplay. Entering a new area, lose 1 health and gain damage amp. Kind of useful. Just base 30% damage amp. And if I get, as long as I have Darkthorn, which I should be able to get pretty easy. That's not too unlikely. So get some damage amp, more magic. Oh, you know, it'd be cool. I guess I could alternate into a magic build if I'd like, and more magic is really strong. Living in Solitude, get an extra attack when fighting lone enemies. Interesting. Or the armor each round. Probably take this and then the armor each round, and then we would take... Well, you don't have armor, all your damage is doubled. Apply 2 extra stacks. Maybe. At the end of the 3rd round, gain... Yeah, the big... I think the Ascended Soul is probably the way to go, but yeah, take Blood Sacrifice. We'll get some damage amp immediately. We'd love to see it. And just hope for early Darkthorn, so I don't slowly, agonizingly go down to 0 HP, 1 HP at a time. Unlikely. It could happen, though. It could happen, and that'd be insane. Oh, that'd be wild. I'm sure it won't. I say with hope in my heart. I'm a card gamer. We can't read, unfortunately. It's a prerequisite. Yeah, card gamer. Oh, yeah, like card gamer. Like deck builders and stuff, or am I misunderstanding? We take this one here. Because I really, yeah, I'm a big fan of deck builders. There's a lot of, I mean, there's all kinds of things. I like inventory management probably the most of the things that exist, but in my mind, like, there are, I guess technically there's a couple types of inventory management. So for me, Overlooting and Mega Loot are the 2 inventory management games of this specific kind that I really enjoy. But there's also things like backpack battles, and there's a lot of different games that are going after that kind of idea that don't really go for this genre. They more go for like was it Loot Hero or something? There was an original game, and then backpack battles, and then all the other games that kind of came after that. So yeah, there's like there's that side of inventory management, but like this specific type where it's like I want to have different sets. I have a character who has inventory and who has an equipment sets, like slot set, like RPG, a little more RPG, a little bit less backpack, I guess. So like that type of game, I really, really love that. And it feels like there's not that many of those. And this one, so great, so great. After Mega Loot, I was on a search for more, but I do like deck builders as well. Deck builders are really cool. I was like, where did I go? How did I get to this point? Deck builders. One of my favorite types. I would say this is my overall favorite. A permanent random stat boost. Yeah, we're doing fine so far. Give me something good. A guard. That's really good. One free guard. That's one of the best things you can get from the well. So that's awesome. I think lifesteal is up there depending on the build you're going for. Because that's basically 1 HP healing every time you attack an enemy. Although if you get really crazy damage, it's more than 1. But what do we go for here? Anything? Just whatever. Just something. I played a few TCGs like Vanguard, Magic, Hearthstone, Dragon Ball Fusion World, etc. Interesting. Yeah, I guess, yeah, Magic would probably be the only one that I like for sure know. Okay, to me, that's like, it's like a deck builder, but with physical cards. That's crazy. but you actually use physical cards. Like what do we live in, the Stone Age? Okay, take, Thorny Shield. Nice. Nah, I'll take Thorny Shield there. Yeah. Take that. Let's see. And upgrade Withered Crown. It's my best option. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No, yeah, that's... I think, yeah, a lot of people like Magic. I never got into Magic. There's a lot of games that I never got into that maybe I should have. So yeah, Slay the Spire as an example for sure as well. I never played Slay the Spire, but as a viewer myself, I watched a whole lot of Slay the Spire, a lot of Slay the Spire, from probably a number of different people over a span of time. So I definitely understand the hype. But having not played it, it's kind of weird. Like there's points where it's like, oh, this is like Slay the Spire. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I mean, I haven't played it, but yes, it is. But I have to say that a million times over just because I'm uncultured in the gaming sphere. I'll upgrade the sword there. Why not? And let's go with some greens. If I can get a couple different greens into blues, then we can get 3 of these in and get our epic. Cursed Shield, okay. Yeah, that'll work. That's good. Okay. Yeah, if I want a taboo build, and I'm open to it. I think defensive builds for this are good just because normally I would go all attack and you just see me clear through a run easy peasy. But with all attack with Arcane, with this character, like the Dream build, where you also have War Magic and it's so good. But to get that to happen, you do need at least 6 dark or six Arcane. So Arcane on its own. Every Arcane item, to my understanding, has amplification to Mana Burst. So this is Fey Ring, but Mana Burst is a stat that allows when you attack with a magic damage, you do whatever percentage there of magic damage in the form of Mana Burst, which is an extra attack that hits out. War Magic is crazy because that Mana Burst, instead of extra attack hitting out and that's it, that Mana Burst will then hit all enemies. So if you have 3 enemies, you do 3 Mana Burst hits. And if you have, like, let's say 150% Mana Burst, then your magic damage will be amplified by 150% in the form of Mana Burst as an extra hit. And then if you have Hunger, right, I'm hitting multiple times. Every single hit is hitting magic damage. Every single magic damage hit is doing War Magic, or is doing Mana Burst. That is then War Magic into hitting everybody. And you just have this clear thing. But Arcane is really not defended at all on its own. So it doesn't really work as a survival build. It works as a clear the enemy before they have a chance to hit you build. The only way to make it a little more survivable generally is to get dodge, which you can get from Fae, and Fae works well with magic. That all stacks up pretty well, except that if you're trying to survive with this many slots, the odds of getting 6 Arcane is kind of low. You can't maximize it using every single slot to just amplify Mana Burst to the ends of the earth. You can't use Fae very much because, you know, you have very few slots to use. So if you decide to use Fae, you'll do less damage. If you do less damage, you kill enemies less well. And you have very little dodge because you don't have enough slots for enough Fae to have a good enough dodge. And so it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. At the end of the day, it just doesn't work. So instead, we go defensive builds. I think it makes sense. Ramble, huh? Played Magic a bit, like 10 or 15. Fair. Yeah, regressive gamer, someone that I have done some streams with and chat with and so on, a friend of mine. Regressive has played Magic and was like, oh, you should play it. If you like these sorts of things, you should give it a try. And I'm like, yeah, I know I should do these things, but I'm so hooked on the new indie roguelites and the mega bonks of the world and the overlootings, the mega loot, mega is a common thing, loot is a common thing. I love these things. Give me this. Yeah, take it. Take this. Truly, I could have 4. I could have 4 so early. That's nice. Okay. Random question: is dodge limited to cat? So no. Well, I don't know. cat. So dodge, the way the dodge works, all these different sets, or there's sets that impact things, and there's just the items that impact things. Let me see if I have, do I have any dodge items now? I do. So the cultist shoes here. These have 10% dodge chance on them. The way the dodge works is you can get up to 95%. You cannot get over 95%. Good thing to keep in mind. But 95% means you dodge all but one attack in every 20, right? And that is a lot of attacks. So it's not really that important that it's only up to 95%. Who cares to an extent? Because if you're dodging 95% of the time, you better be able to kill them within that span of time for one. And you better be able to survive at least one hit in every 20. Like, it's so strong. Someone complained like, oh, it's stupid, you can't get over. I get it, but it literally will never be relevant ever. In an endless run, you're going to be so strong. If you get a 95% dodge chance, you're going to be killing enemies so easily anyway that it just doesn't matter. And then the real game, there's just no circumstance where it matters. I understand the criticism of the game, but like, it really doesn't change it. But yeah, so you max out at 95% dodge chance, and with that 95% dodge chance, you do crazy things. However, if you have less than 50% dodge chance, of course, you're going to be dodging a lot less, and then maybe you pop. So yeah, it's a tough thing. Definitely not limited to... Ooh. Tricky world. I think I do upgrade that there. Tricky. Yeah, not limited to cat. None of the like stat things are limited to specific characters. There's just some that are better than others. So like with I like the reason that like Vocalist has said at various different points, like I use magic because I use shadow. Like shadow and magic are these like very tied in things for Vocalist. I think that's true, but it wasn't true until somewhat recently because hunger used to not apply weakness, which reduces physical damage. Like I can use magic damage, just ignore that. So that is of course important. So I'm going to go for hunger, which is the only really viable starting skill for shadow, for speedrun in my opinion. Then like how am I going to do that if it's going to weaken me, if I'm doing physical attack, well, I'll just use magic attack. There you go, get around it. But it used to be that wasn't a thing. And even then I was still using magic with a character. So like, I just think magic is stronger. I'd probably use magic personally as well with Max. But magic kind of is designed for the character because you have war magic, and because now there's like I think the dev tried to shift it even more in that direction by making hunger apply weakness. So I would say, yeah, like if we're thinking of something like dodge, where you're saying like, oh, is dodge really only good in the cat, or like work on the cat? It does work with other characters, but it might be that dodge is good, like, or better on the cat for one reason or another, in the way that magic is better on shadow. That might be true. Do I want to roll anything here? I mean, I don't want to roll these two are both really potentially good in the future. We'll just choose, and these also could be important for me. I could upgrade it, or maybe I want to roll these. Let's see, one. Maybe I just want to upgrade that. I think I probably just want to. I'm sure I'll use it. Okay. So then now what to do with these? Can't roll the. Oh, you know. Okay. Let's just. I could. Is it how many rolls have I done? Okay. And then do these three. Tricky. Yeah, probably the thorn ring and then the shield. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do it. Okay, gives me that. So now we get our 5 like this, and then the question is, yeah, I guess we do this now. Gets me a 4 there, and then I can acquire one more thing. If I'm all on thorns, maybe I take the regeneration and guard from this, and I'm sitting at 3 guard. Pretty good. 1 from the well, and then 2 from the 1 from each shield there. Yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty good. The damage on these guys is gonna be crazy because that's just a lot of thorns. Like this. Got to try now to hold on to taboo. Yes. Reading through wiki, rogue and Ronin sets look awesome. I love that. I love hearing someone get into the game, someone new, because there are a lot of sets, and I've always played the way that I've played, whatever. But the times that you could get with some of these sets, like Ronin, yeah, Ronin's pretty cool. It's really interesting. Like I wonder how you'll take to it and what you might do, because like I've mentioned, the whole thing of like, oh, I like to do this, but then Vocalist does that. We have this very difference in strategy for the game when it comes to speedrunning. I totally believe that someone could have a legitimate strategy that is not ironclad or like not defensive, and is not magic attack form. Like maybe you go Legion, right? Or maybe you go Ronin. Ronin is cool. I have seen Vocalist runs with Ronin involved as well, and I'm kind of like, what's going on? But I guess it does kind of work. especially in the mid game. And maybe you could try all in on Ronin at the end and wound them like crazy and then destroy them. Like Ronin's potential for wounding is really high. So, because that is faster kills as well. It's just something I've never gone for myself. So anyway, I'm very curious to see how you take to it. All right, we upgrade the guard and regeneration on this. Maybe I should have upgraded the Bladed Breastplate there. Maybe, but Cursed Shield feels like a fair option. Slime Mother. Yeah, thankfully last time we found Slime Mother was quite easy with this challenge, so that feels good. Okay. Holy cow. Glad to have this one again and not one of the other ones. I think I would do okay against the other options, but... Darkthorn Legion. Legion allows for Enrage. It has a legendary sword that does good damage. And it allows for damage to me reduction, which is kind of nice. Is that... Yeah, it's probably a fair bet. I might not use Legion, but if I do, there you go. And I could get up to 6 Darkthorn now. Gosh dang, 6 Darkthorn. Will that be strong enough? Ooh, Black Rose Shield. Well, I mean, that's about as good as you can do. If I'm going to go for 6... I mean, and maybe I won't, but maybe I will. All right. Very simple. Just bash my head on the wall until the wall breaks down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Pop these guys down. All right, let's see what we take here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of these straight away because we've got a long way till the first forge. Get rid of everything I just can't use. Pull these up. These are our I'll put this in the top row, I guess. But yeah, my non-usable options down here. Cursed Shield has some potential, but yeah, is 6 Darkthorn gonna work to just win? I like on its own. Is it good enough? If I had one more slot for sure, I would be like, okay, we're not playing on a super high difficulty or whatever, so it's totally doable. But with, with 5, because I can't have a mythic with this. And usually my argument for mythics, like I hate, okay, I don't hate thorns, but yeah, there's like limits to thorns in my mind. And I feel like with thorns, what take? Roll. No thorn option. Champion ring, sure. I feel like with thorns, you kind of need the shield, the mythic shield, which means I'm not going to be able to have 5. So what I probably do is we do. Ooh, wait. But then I could get from this boss, I could get one more Darkthorn, and then I could wear the shield while having all the other Darkthorn on instead of the Thorny Shield. Try to reroll really good mythic anyway. Simple investment. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely mythics are pretty important. I would say like if we're talking about speedrunning specifically, I would say that mythics are super important. You can often get the right mythics. Like for Shadow, for example, I can pretty consistently get the mythic I'm looking for, one of the 2, from the first boss. Because boss reward gives you a guaranteed mythic from area 2. Yeah, my thought here, because I'm not... War Magic. Oh, you tempt me with your existence, but... We do Shadow Veil for the armor gain, 10 extra armor every time I have 0 armor, and that's going to happen a lot. It's going to happen a lot, so definitely worth it. This might honestly be the winning thing for me, really. But yeah, you can get it pretty often. So like for Shadow, my strategy would be, to run with either the Mage Staff. It's specific to magic, so it makes sense. Or you could take the Scythe, which is like a universal, really strong one. Here, I don't think so, but I suppose I could combine these and take this one and have another option up here. So yeah, either you take the magic staff with 4 magic, it increases mana burst every single time you hit a mana burst, which just scales out of control really, really fast. And then also it has some pretty good mana burst on its own. Or you can take the Scythe, because the Scythe increases damage amplification every time you kill an enemy, which is just so... It's crazy. I mean, it's been talked about since the game came out. Since the game came out, basically, people have been like, this scythe is broken. And it used to do 2% damage amplification increase for every enemy killed. Now it only does 1. It's still kind of crazy. Skip forward. So I think on any build you're going for, if you see the Scythe, you probably take it, unless like there's basically for every build type you're going, like that you could go for, there is like one item that is amazing and perfect for that build, and then there's the Scythe. And anything else is probably a skip, unless you have to take it because you already re-rolled and it's not the option that you're looking for, is my feeling. Scepter or shoes are mythic to go for. Scepter or shoes. Maybe I misread. No, you're good. There's a lot. 3 I'm totally fair. There's a lot of items. There's a lot to learn and understand. So no worries. We take easy path. And also 3 a.m. I mean, can't be faulted for that. Okay, pop them down. Scepter or shoes? Yeah, the shoes are really good. Not for this build necessarily, but like in general. If we were to take one, I mean, look at this. If you're talking, well, it depends what shoes. I'm assuming the shoes that I think are the best shoes ever, but they are really crazy. Let's open that up like as I go here, and I can show what you're talking about when you say scepter or shoes, rather than just describing it from my head. And we go all rarities mythic. So these are all the mythics in the game. You see that beautiful red color. What I was talking about for magic build. Oh my goodness, how do I do these things? How do I do these things in my life? Clicky, there we go, much better. So what I was talking about were these 2 items. The oldest staff, which increases magic damage to your ancestral. Whenever you mana burst trigger, so you can trigger it twice in 1 turn or more if you have swiftness, and you're triggering mana burst from attacks, like do multiple attacks and trigger it a bunch of times with hunger as well. So it increases it by 20% mana burst, which is crazy. So that's really good, and that's like the perfect item for this character to use. You cannot use 2 of them and get double advantage. You only can have 1 ancestral effect going on. So 2 of these staffs is not helpful, beyond the fact, though, that they do have 113% mana burst on them at base, which is crazy. And then alternatively, there's the Soul Harvester, which is crazy because it increases damage amplification permanently. So you just kill all the enemies up to the boss. Pretty guaranteed to have crazy amp at that point. It's a little less good, but it's still really helpful and kind of solves a build that's struggling, let's say. What I think you're talking about would be, counterattack boots. Oh, interesting. Yeah, and maybe those could work for me. So the other items, so really the 2 items people usually talk about is like the most broken in the game. Soul Harvester, of course, is one. The other one is 7 League Boots. 7 League Boots increase swiftness by 5% every time you attack. And then also allow you to have more than 100% swiftness, meaning that you can attack, like, in theory, you could attack like 100 times in a turn. It can get ridiculous. I've never seen that, but like it can get to a point where you're attacking like 20 times, is my experience. So 7 League Boots are really crazy. You're talking about the Cloud Boots, Cloud Stepping Boots, Celestial. Your counterattacks always critically strike. For this one, because I'm not going for a physical damage type thing, unless I switch to having Legion Sword, which at that point it would be good. So the point of that would be they increase my dodge a decent chunk if I can max them out, which I will do if I get them. They increase my swiftness a decent amount, which is nice. So extra attacks on hit, and then also counterattack does 225% damage, is guaranteed to crit, which means it'll do my damage doubled and then crit, so doubled again, or more than doubled again. So Cloud 7 Boots are really good. The other thing you were mentioning there is the Scepter. Which Scepter, by the way? Let's go attack. But yeah, I don't know if those Cloud 7 Boots would work for this build, but yeah, you could get them, then max them out using because they're Shadow. You can max them out using get rid of this guy, using the Shrine, which is kind of busted. Like the cool thing with Shadow is like you can pretty often get to maxed out mythics, which is kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. It's quite good, but I mean disadvantages. I do think Max's skills are just generally way better, to be fair. So, oh, hold on. What do I want here, if anything? I think Black Rose Shield is the way to go on this one. Regeneration Thorns guard. It doesn't increase guard on its own. I could increase this one, but at this point, I don't know if I'm going to be using that. So I guess it's fair to just increase you. Yeah. All right. But it looks too good, and I was like, hey, this maker. Let's see. Hold on, what are we looking at? Red Scepter of the Devil. Oh, Scepter. Oh, yeah. Scepter of the Devil. Yeah. Scepter of the Devil is a tricky one. There are ways to make it really crazy. If you're going for a poison build, which is generally royal. So we'll first talk about the Scepter and what it does. The Scepter makes it so that when attacking an enemy that suffers a status, you get 3 extra of those status applied to them. So if they're weakened, so they do less physical damage, then you can apply extra 3 weak to them just by hitting them. If you attack them enough times, you can make them super, super weak really, really quick. Same thing with wounding them, same thing with poisoning them. All these things can just be scaled out of control. And so if you have this in addition to this, not rot. Well, rot would be good as well, apply poison. But there's I guess I don't have it on me right now, but there is a base skill that allows for like applying, I think it's 10 of each status to the enemy, negative status. Then having the Scepter on top of that would go crazy. And then the Scepter also at base has some poison and bludgeoning. Bludgeoning is a very important skill in this game for consistency. Magic damage is cool as well. But the more important thing with that is like that mythic works extremely well with specifically all sets. We go to Royal. There you go. Royal. So Royal gives you an extra stack, like 1 extra stack positive and 4 extra stacks negative whenever applying stacks. And so I believe the attack itself can apply poison, right? And that can be increased at max, increased by 6. And then the staff effect will happen, and maybe even again proc it. So you could have a pretty insane amount of boost to the amount of poison or whatever you're applying. So potential is kind of wild with Royal. It's just, well, it has never been used. I don't really know if it could do well in the speedrun. It's a good question. In my head, I feel like Royal, a problem with Royal in general is, do you see how I chose Royal here, and it still says all rarities, but you're just seeing blues? Isn't that kind of weird? That's because there are certain sets that only start appearing at rare, which means taking them from the beginning is not really possible. Also, Royal, I mean, doing poison is kind of tricky with speedruns because poison takes a certain amount of time to proc. It only procs after the enemy attacks you one time, and it like slows it down just slightly. So tricky to say if that could be a good speedrun tech or not for that reason. But again, you know, I don't want to discourage anyone from trying that sort of thing because I would be curious how it would do. Sure, champion ring, carry forward. Let's see. Hey, that's a banger. But when it looks too good to be true, it usually is. And you reread it, and yeah, it's not as good. True. True enough, but it still has potential. Like there's still ways it can do well, but I agree. It's a little less good than it might appear. Let's roll the okay, hold on. I might roll things that I know I don't want to use first. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I don't want to roll because I might want to use this. No, I don't want to use this actually, no, because the odds of that working in my favor are low. I have Legion already procced there. So no, we're going to do these two, and I do have three. I want to keep these three, so I don't think I'm going to use Champion Ring. I think the odds of that seem low. And the Damage Amp, I feel like Champion Ring is actually like deceptively bad. The Damage Amp is nice though. Maybe it's not bad. Wait, is there a double the effect of Damage Amp? No, there's just this. So yeah, I guess I feel okay about it. At max, Champion Ring is still not super strong. Yeah. yeah. And I get one more roll if I want it, but I don't. Well, do I want to roll like this? It kind of hurts to remove, but I'll probably get another one. You know, the odds are decent. I probably won't use that, but I appreciate the thought game. That makes sense. It makes sense why you would think it would want that, but I'm good on it. Oh, it hurts. Okay, take there. More guard, always a fantastic thing. Maybe I could even get this level 3 and then... Oh, interesting. Necklace. I like it has regeneration, so I guess I would take this, and then I can swap off one of these. So now we have this. Feels good. Attack. More regeneration, good. Less thorns, but still pretty good. Good time to claim that I mastered the game. Yeah, great time. I mean, yeah, again, like, I'm excited for the runs. And do it, you know, I encourage to do C0 runs. I know there's not as much of a reward, and like the financial reward, whatever, incentive is not as high, but I will pay out in terms of C0, the first place person who is not me is what I'm going to pay. So just to be clear, like, I'm not going to not pay you out if you don't beat my time. I'd love to see my time beaten. You know, I'm just throwing it out there, but it's a free for all on that one. But also, yeah, C5 of course is the higher amount. We take, I'll just take whatever. It's a legendary, you know, I'll take whatever. I'll take what you give me. It looks too good to be true. Reread. Oh, yes, pop. Thank you very much. We're in a decent spot. I'll take it, but yeah, there's not really a world to use that. Maybe I should have taken the chest piece, but I don't think a T3 rare is as good as a T2 epic. I don't think, but I could be wrong. Okay, back. All right, what do we got here? Okay, fine game, fine. I'll take it. I'll try it. Maybe it is. Maybe it's better. I don't think it is though. I think it'll be an 8-8. I think it'll be an 8 like 7 or something. Because you see how this is like 6-5. Beat your C0 time? Sure, give me 95 hours. Yeah, true. It'd take a lot of practice to get to the point where you're as consistent, and then you'd also have to get good odds. Like right now, I think I could probably do it given a day, probably, but it's because I'm already at a point where I know how certain things work. If you try to copy my exact strategy though, it would just be like, how fast can I get good at like skipping things and recognizing things, which is, it's going to take its own a certain amount of time. But if you, I think comparatively, yeah, I think you could get into it and start working your way down and probably get to around where Vocalist is with C0, because I think Vocalist only gave one attempt at C0, so I think it's pretty open season at trying to get the reward there and just trying to get, yeah, high time there. Get rid of these two and take you. Here we go. Attack, we break the shield. Okay, I do my regeneration. I don't have any damage on me, but yeah, again, every time they break my shield, look at this. At the end of each round, if you don't have an armor, gain 10 armor. So, boom, 10 armor gained. It's so nice. Yeah, Shadow Veil I understand why no one thinks it's good, but I kind of think it's good. I kind of think it's good. For certain builds, like when you're trying to make something kind of work, it is pretty nice, pretty convenient. But, you know, it doesn't increase your damage, you know, it's not hype, but it's kind of cool. Look at that. Boom, 10 armor. And then the poison hits me and I block it with a 10 armor, you know? Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. What do you got for me? Sure. Close to another forge. I have a lot of potions. I have this guy that confuses me and this guy that amplifies people. It is a tough thing because, yeah, you do big damage, but we're fine. Good. And get rid of this so I can have another rare. Yeah, within something interesting, you'll notice over time regardless, but I'll mention it. Something interesting with stats is there are certain items that will have better stats than than the higher tiers of those items. So, like, for example, if I go to, I'm going to choose, we'll do uncommon, rogue. How do I miss these things? I'm so blind. Rogue. So uncommon rogue. This one has 15% dodge. That's the highest base dodge for anything besides a mythic. It's just that it only gives dodge and armor. So, like, by comparison, if you look at the Fey legendaries, for dodge chance, although this is a generally good dodge set, each of these only start with 12%, and at max they only go up to 27. For things that start with 15%, they generally go up to 35% dodge. So your dodge on that item will be way higher than it will be on this item. However, of course, this also gives better armor, gives mana burst, gives counterattack. It has other benefits. But yeah, worth noting that there are sometimes items that have really, really good chances for things you might really want to have, and dodge is often one of those for me. So, like, I want to get summer attire from Faye, but I don't really care about getting a legendary. I want summer attire specifically as much as I can get, because it gives so much dodge chance. I don't care so much about the rest. And if I want mana burst percentage, although I could get it from a hat, maybe I prefer to just get it from an arcane item instead. Anyway, here we go. So anything I can swap here? I guess we'll just do the treasure necklace with a couple bits and pieces. Yeah, this is all I'm really willing to roll in, I think. Oh, also, yeah, 9 and 8. I was wrong. 9 and 8 instead of 8 and 8. A little bit better. And you just give me Emperor's Crown, but I have no more space. We've got a lot of potions, you know. It's a good thing to stockpile on, I think, for the challenge. For your stream, great energy. Add me on Discord. Yeah, fair. I think there's a lot less kickbots these days, though, hopefully, than there were in the past. Because I have made it so that in order for someone to comment on Kick, they are required to have a certain length of having an account. They have to have at least a month, which is a long time. So we get a bot, but it's a rare thing. Hopefully. Bramble Crown, we get regeneration and thorns on that. And because it's regeneration, I think I will swap out the crown. Pretty good. 9 and 8, so these are the same. Usually that's the case. Like, most of the time, that's how that works is... yeah, see, they're attacking me a lot of times. They do decent damage, but because they're attacking me so much, the thorns is taking him out. Pretty nice, right? Because they could get scaled up a lot by that guy. But anyway, yeah, usually if you have two things of the same set type of the same quality, they'll have the same stats. But of course, not always. Again, as a reminder, Spring Boots and Spring Crown are both the same set type, both the same rarity. Armor is way different. Dodge is... well, wait, hold on. Armor is different. Dodge is the same because it has 15 or 12 the base for both. But if it were a 15 and a 12, then it would be 35 and 27. And they have different stat effects as well. Swiftness instead of mana burst. Sure, take this. Better make it 120. I still have NSR to finish. NSR. Don't know if I know that one. Oh, thank you, armor gain. I wonder if this armor gain counts as healing for the sake of thorns. That'd be crazy if so, but I would assume it doesn't. But then if you get life force and you get armor from life force, that healing does apply to thorns. No straight roads? Oh, interesting. No straight roads. Let me look that up real quick. Not to get overly, I have not heard of it, so. No straight roads images. It is, or I guess I'll just do, it is a start a rock band and end the EDM empire in No Straight Roads, a rockin' action adventure that mashes together rhythm-infused third-person combat with, okay. So it's a action, rhythm, sound. Wow, this is like, yeah, okay. We're saying, oh, I like magic and I like Slay the Spire. I like this sort of thing, and you know, I like inventory management roguelites. And by the way, also we have a very music-focused game. That's cool. Got some diversity and interest. It seems like, huh? Is it? Wait, what even is it? Oh, weird. Look at this. I like the art style. Okay, we'll get back to the game in just a second. Okay, but look at this. This is kind of neat. Very, very interesting. Was not expecting that. Cool. All right, we take anything here. I don't think I want anything here. No, I just skip. We're good on that one. Thank you very much. An upgrade. A foolish mistake one might make in this situation that I've made myself so many times, by the way, don't worry about it, is to upgrade the Black Rose shield so that I can combine it with the other Black Rose shield. However, if one were brains of massive magnitude, you can simply upgrade this and have a tier 3 of this and keep your tier 1. Yeah, it does happen. It does happen. All right, so I have a lot of healing potions. I have wounding. I have berserk. The trouble is, do I want to save these things for the final boss, or do I want to just use them now? I don't know. I mean, we have 6 Darkthorn, but I'm very restricted. I was about to ask if you can't just upgrade the one. Yeah, you can. But sometimes, like, especially in a speedrun, but also just in general, like in a speedrun, it happens a lot where you're like, okay, oh, this is a rare, I'll upgrade this. Wait a minute, I had an epic. Why didn't I upgrade the epic? Or I have 2 of them, like, oh, okay, and upgrade this and do this. And it's like, wait, no, what am I thinking, right? But also just in casual runs, it can happen because it's really easy to think, oh, if I upgrade this, then I can get that. And that's what you're thinking up until then. If I can just find this item, upgrade it, boom, then upgrade to this one, and there you go. And so you're already thinking that. And so then once you get to the shrine, you're like, okay, there we go. Now I can do it. Wait a minute. No, I just lost it. Wait, why did I do that? So can't happen. Can't happen. It happens to us all at some point or other. We do drop wound, and poison. I think it's a fair bet. I think just to make sure we kind of survive later, because I'll be able to get a tier 3 skill. I'll be able to get more potions in the next area. And so I think it's important. I don't think I want to do berserk. Sometimes slower is faster. Maybe I do want to do berserk. Interesting. Sometimes slower is faster. Yeah. Well, it's yeah. Definitely as you're going, like as you're learning the runs and just learning the game, it's important to not make mistakes sometimes over like making a quick decision at specific points. Like when you're taking a mythic, when you're taking stuff from chests, whatever, like re-roll if you don't want it, and like think of that. Like, do I want to re-roll here? Keep that in your head instead of being like, oh, this is the best of these 3 options, right? Things like that, they come up a lot. So for sure, I agree. My damage is low. I can do thorn. I have 33 thorns. I'll do 30% damage amplification to the enemy. But to get this guy actually down, yeah, I might really want to go big time berserk and wail into you early. Will it be enough though if I do that? We'll try. 94. Okay. Let's see how this goes. This guy's gonna be poisoning me all the way through. They have 5 poison that they apply. They each also have stat effects. So here's how this kind of works. After dying, the other enemy does 10 extra damage. So that's why I'm not trying to focus on killing this enemy, because if I kill them early, then they'll amplify the other one, and I have big problems. They do apply poison, which is kind of a problem. So ideally, they both pop at a similar time. This one popping first, getting onto this guy, then I kill this guy, and then none of that extra damage is applied to me. And then the new enemy that this guy spawns, which is Shroomy, you see it on his back there. This summoned Shroomy is not a problem. Where if I kill this one first, then this guy dies, gives this guy 10 extra amplification to the Shroomy, then the Shroomy kills me, we got problems, right? So again, keep attacking this guy. But I'm most likely they, if anything, they'll die at the same time. Fingers crossed on that. Okay. I'm loving Shadow Veil right now. It's doing so much help to me. It's literally just canceling out the poison every turn, which feels real good. So they hit me, I heal, I cancel out the poison with that. This guy gets amplified. He'll hurt me, but I have enough healing to be okay. They're not self-amplifying. I think this is going to go fine. Okay. I hold on to all my healing potions here. And then you don't get any of the damage amplification. That's, yes, perfect outcome. Perfect end stage outcome. Okay. Can I win with this? There's a real chance. Darkthorn Legion. I get Legion for free. I don't even have to wear it. And I have an extra Darkthorn so that I can get a mythic. Oh, this is it. Oh, yeah, this is good. So 2 Legion means I reduce their damage by 15%. Obviously quite important for what I'm doing, because I'm trying to survive without being able to do a ton of damage in counter and just kind of outlast them in a lot of ways. But then on top of that, it also gives me 3 rage, so I do a little more damage when I attack, which if they have some wound on them, maybe it works. That's less important. It's really the damage amp that I care about there. At max, it does 50% damage reduction, which is pretty huge, or I guess I should say damage reduction. Apply extra stacks. I could go Scepter of the Devil and max it out, and I could have a poison option, but I don't think that's going to help me. Counterattacks always critically strike, so this was an interesting possibility. Because I like the amount of dodge that it gives, but outside of that, I don't know how interesting it is. In Rage, gain damage notification for every Rage stack. So this could give me a bunch of Rage that I amplify myself up with, and then... I mean, okay. Pardon me, I suppose. We may as well, right? Let's just, for the sake of knowledge, let's look at this. So if we do mythics and we scroll to the shadow scales, our dragon scales, we look at the max. It maxes out at 5 in rage. I like the armor gain, but 5 in rage is really not that much. So like every enemy hits me, they each do damage to me. They give me 5 in rage each. That gets me up to, maybe the boss hits twice even, but if they hit twice, maybe even up to 20% in rage. So if I have 20 in rage, or 20 rage, I should say, then the effect of this will be that I'll have, let's see, wait, 20 rage, 5% for every stack though. 10 times 5 is 50. So 20 times 5 is 100. So I get 100% damage amp as long as I can maintain that rage amount. And what's the max armor it gives? 26? I would reduce my thorns a little bit, but I would gain a big damage amp. And I would also have enough in rage to hit for an okay amount. I've never used this item. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Maybe I'm crazy. All right, let's see. This run seems promising. I think so too, yeah. Yeah, because now I can swap onto using this. I guess here is okay. And oh, and then I also get 3 rage from Legion every round. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Legion will give me passive rage, so that does stack well with what I have here. Okay, so let's see how this works. So right now I have 12 rage. That 12 rage is amplifying me up to 90% damage boost. Manipulate which item sets you get from bosses. I think you have a higher chance of getting item sets that you're wearing. Much like so if you're wearing a set, a chance of getting the equipment from that set goes up pretty decently, I think. And I don't know exactly how much, it's hard to, but pretty decently it feels like. So like if I'm wearing all arcane, then I'll tend to get more arcane. So it's a good reason to try to really specialize into one thing to an extent, because especially into one thing also can weaken you some ways, but there's a good advantage to it. And but I believe that sets work the same way, but I'm not 100%. But I'm pretty sure. However, the classic maneuver that every overlooting player makes is, do I want less regeneration and go with more thorns with this? Maybe. The classic maneuver that every overlooting player makes is to re-roll the sets when you have one thing of a type that you want, and you're like, well, I've got a couple sets I'd be okay with, and you re-roll it and you get none of those options. It happens all the time. So like, although I think you do get higher chance, maybe on re-roll it's randomized, where first set you have a high chance. I don't know. Not actual items, but the free. Yeah, that one though. Makes sense. Thanks. Sure. Sure, I'll take this. Yeah, because maybe I max this out and then maybe I use it instead of the amulet. Although I think regen is probably the most important thing here. So I'm really hoping for a legendary, another legendary Darkthorn piece. But okay, but I will max this out because I think the enrage is going to give me so much damage amp that it's going to be so worth it. Look at that, 75% damage amp. When they, 85%. Yeah, it's a lot. And then I'll get Ascended Soul. At the end of the 3rd round, gain 10 regen, which is going to massively help this build because regen is so important. And then also gain invulnerability. And gain 100% damage. Like really, really good for this build specifically. Usually it's kind of iffy because it's only on the 3rd round, right? You gain invulnerability, so that's like a 1-round effect. The damage amp would be for the rest of the battle, though. And the regen, I would imagine. So I think I skip here. I'm not going to try to invest going in with boots there. All right, so we get legendary here. And again, there's the advantage to using Shadow is that while this chest gives legendaries, like every character, the final chest, the final gold chest, will give me a guaranteed mythic, much like the boss reward before. So really, really useful. All right, regeneration, thorns. This is what I was looking for, so I will take. And then this means that I can safely... I think I'm just going to trash it. I can safely get rid of that and put this on. So it gives me better regeneration and thorns and give me a little armor as well. Really good. Yeah, so at this point, I just want to be upgrading. I want to upgrade Dragon Scales so I can get more armor and mainly so I can get more enrage. But the armor boost will be pretty high. Like 20-something is pretty good on a piece of gear at max level. Skip here. We can skip a bit more safely, I suppose. Let's see. One would expect that it perhaps banishes the current sets from the pool, or at least the combination, or perhaps drastically reduces the chance. Be more likely to see new combinations. That's an interesting point. I think it's the opposite, because when you're making a build, like if that happened, then someone who's trying to make a specific build, like what would require the player to do to get the build they're looking for is that it would require the player to wear the other sets so they could get a higher chance of getting the set that they actually want and then swap back on. So it'd be a really weird... I think the gameplay incentive would be strange, but I see what you're saying, like to incentivize people to play more set types. I mean, there's achievements for that to win with certain set types. Yeah, I think people generally naturally want to explore things to an extent, but there's also people that just like to win. Like I've definitely seen people. It's an interesting personality trait. Is it like, which liking to win is normal, okay? But it's an interesting personality trait for people to like to win so much that they, as soon as they find a winning strategy, they just do that every time, and that's like, it's as if that's the only thing that the game is. And I can't even fault it. Ooh, wait a second. Trinitas is so interesting. I can't use it. It doesn't do anything for this build. Trinitas is so cool. At the start of each round, if you have exactly 3 stacks of any status, gain 3 extra attacks. I think I have 3 guard. So that would guarantee me 3 attacks every turn. But I can't take it because attacks don't really matter to me. So, but it is cool, right? It is pretty insane. We'll take Ascended Soul though. Really good. So and I think there's nothing wrong with it. So like for example, personally, when I go to eat at a restaurant, this is how I compare it in my head, is that when I go to eat at a restaurant, if I find something I really like from a restaurant, I sometimes I'll just be like, okay, that's like, this is one of my favorite restaurants because I love this thing, and I'll just have it every time. It's like simple. It makes me, I don't have to think about it. It's very convenient. And for a lot of people, that might be like, oh, this is weird. What is this, a dual shield build? Yeah, so yeah, it is. Sort of. For what I'm doing right now is, it's a challenge where every time I die, I get to use 1 more slot. We're currently at 5, and I think this is where I'm going to win. So I'll probably, if I win, we'll see, but I think I will. I'll end it here. But the thought is you go up like 1 slot until, I suppose if you had max, then it'd make it a lot easier. But winning with 2 slots removed, which is not naturally a thing you play in the game generally. But we take, I could take something here. I might as well for the forge. But yeah, 2 shields. I think defensive builds work really, really well. And I know you're sort of also joking because I tend to hate shield builds, and I do. Okay, I agree. You're right. But yeah, okay. But yeah, in this specific thing, I think when you're reduced on the amount of slots, you really can't go all in on an attack heavy, on a damage heavy, type of build like I tend to like to do. So instead we go for a lot of defensive attack here. Playing safe. Wicked Robes. Yeah, I do need at least 1 of something like that. So we take. Okay. Yeah, sitting at 6 Darkthorn, 2 Legion, 1 Draconic, and I have 2 slots open. I'm just saying. There's people that I've had like interesting conversations at different points with people in the Discord and so on about like different elements of how the game works, and they'll be like, okay, it sucks that this thing works in this way, or and of course this is okay. It's not like it's high difficulty, right? So that's part of the reason this is able to work so well. But I do think there's a lot more open to the game than sometimes people give it credit for. Like people will say you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. It sucks that like the only viable strategies are this one or this one. These will never work. It's like, not really. There is a lot of flexibility, partly because of the mythics. I mean, mythics open you up to being able to do a lot of different things, a lot of different ways. Like every set basically has its own mythic. But also, do we take anything here? I think skip this. No, pop that. But also because like, you can do funny stuff like this where like you have 2 different things open. So I think if I can do this, then I could basically have any set. I could do anything if I have all the slots open, But that is on like going for C0, I suppose. If you're looking to go for C5, you are restricted because it's more challenging. But I kind of feel like that's just the nature of the game, yeah. Like of any game, if you're like if I'm trying to speed run, so there's some things I can't use. That's just how it goes. If I want to get the best possible time, there's just going to be some sets that aren't going to work. Okay, or some sets that are better than others for that purpose. But so C5 being like super high challenge, it kind of makes sense. Let's see. What are we going for? Drop on a character, gain invulnerability and rage. Rage will increase damage amp substantially, and vulnerability is also super helpful. So I think I'd take that one. Let's get rid of... Yeah, we'll get rid of this, I guess. And then roof statuses would be nice, of course. This is interesting because there are some enemies that put a ton of poison on you, and you run into this crazy problem where at the very end, the final boss... I guess for C5, the final boss has this issue, or people run this issue with it, where it just keeps reapplying or like maintaining the amount of all the negative statuses you have. And so they're like, okay, I beat through that real easy. I used a lot of my potions, whatever, but I'm feeling pretty strong. I should be able to beat the boss fine, so it's whatever. And then the boss just like, they have all this poison already on them, and so that boss just like maintains it. And all of a sudden they're just taking crazy damage, and they haven't amplified yet. And they're like, what's going on? Why did that not work? But it's because the boss... Like any injury you already kind of had, any poison, whatever you had is maintained, but your damage amp isn't there. Your whatever, right? Dead it with shields, crazy. It is crazy. Okay. We attack here. Feels nice. Feels good. Oh my goodness. All right. Falchion. Probably. Well, I guess I might as well get rid of this and take more of these for the sake of legendaries at the forge. I do think I'm going to need to get a bit of boosting on these things. I got a little bit there, a little bit there. I need more regeneration, more thorns and whatnot. The Shield Master Pog, true. Yeah. Shield Master is crazy, by the way. I don't know if you've... do you know... Maybe this is crazy to ask, because I don't know, but I don't know how much you've played. Do you know, like, that Shield Master is a... Okay, so look at this. We have Shadow. Shadow uniquely in third area gets a from tier 1 all the way up to tier 3. So bang, just like that, tier 3 mythic. Crazy. But yeah, I don't know if you know that Shield Master. It's a tier 3 skill for Axe, yeah, and it is really good. It's one of the best masteries in the game. I did a tier list for my opinion. Okay, whatever. But I did a tier list of Maximilian's skills not so long ago. I do need to. Oh, fair enough. How about the game yet? Fair enough. I do need to go and do one for Liz, one for Shadow. I'm especially interested in doing one for Shadow because I played the character a lot. But I did some runs with Liz so that I'll be informed on it. But I mean, okay, Megabonk came out and I got a little distracted. All right. I like Megabonk a lot as well. I like both these games. Okay, so to do like a ton of content overloading, I want to make sure I get the really important things out there no matter what. So doing the recaps of speedruns, we all talk about it. We all like, okay, here's what's going on. Here's who's doing what runs. Here's how they're going. But then also doing the challenges. The challenges are really important. Doing things like just trying to win the achievements and things like that, they're kind of more side stuff. I'll do them, but they're not as important. The most vital things, we want to make sure we get in the challenges. And hopefully people are enjoying it. It seems like, there's a lot of people chilling out here, so it seems like people are enjoying this type of content. And it's what I'm most passionate about as well. So works well. Anything here? Yeah. I have nothing to forge except, I can look. There you go. This little guy has been hanging out in my community for too long. All right, upgrade you. All right, sweet. We're sitting at pretty high level stuff. Still have this. If I get a second one of these, I guess I'd combine them in and put it here until I find a tier 2 additional. Because better to have one tier 3, one tier 1, or 2 tier 2s. Well, it's probably better to have 1 tier 3, 1 tier 1 actually, because cumulatively that's just more. Yeah, just adds up to more. True. I wonder if it's better to have a tier 2 and a tier 1 or a tier 1 tier 3 though, because that's a little bit more of a fair comparison. We skip take one. Let's see. Go here. Haven't bought the game yet, but Aegis looks strong if you have thorns to back it up. Aegis. Is that the shield? Wait, hold on. Why don't I see it? Attack here. Oh, Cyclopean Masterpiece is what I was thinking of. The Aegis. Or do you, hold on. Can I look up an item? I forgot. This is another thing. This should have the ability to look up items. Can I get rid of it? Okay. Aegis. All rarities, all sets, all Aegis. What is Aegis? I feel like I should know what that is. Or is it no, where am I looking? Let's take legendary, where's whip, whatever. The Aegis might be is that the sword for Legion? Okay, Cyclopean Masterpiece. Okay, I was gonna say Aegis. Yeah, the Aegis is it's the shield from like from Greek lore. So Cyclopean Masterpiece makes sense as it being called that. Or actually, Cyclopean Masterpiece is it has Aegis as its effect. That's what it is. I was like, I feel like I know I've seen that in here. It is that. Okay, gotcha. So I pull this up. Cyclopean Masterpiece at the top. Aegis here. When attacking your thorns, your thorns. Wait, add. I think my screen's cutting off of the area. Add your physical damage. Whenever an enemy damages, you gain 2 thorns. Really, really useful. Yeah, usually that is like the solver for this build, but I don't know if I want it over Dragon Scales or not. Kind of torn, because Dragon Scales will allow me to increase damage amp by so much, and I kind of have to choose one or the other, because in terms of slots, right now we have 6, 2, and 1. I'd have to switch. Pretty famous shield of Athena. Yeah. Right. Poisons you. Yeah. What is there anything here that I apply poison equal to the poisonous? No. When entering an area, trigger one of these effects. Nah. Pull it. Isle of Conquest is good too. Gives decent armor, probably much better armor, I'd imagine, and then also gives damage amp that goes up every round. Maybe this is a better call. So let's see if we take the armor here lowered. gives 20%, and then it would give 40%, 60%, whatever, where this one's going to be stuck at like 100 some odd percent, but it would do it instantly. And then at max, it has 45 armor and also has base 45% damage, though. So where this one has base in Rage, and I don't think I care about in Rage. I might like Helm of Conquest more. All right, yeah, I'll try this. I'll try it. That's probably actually better, and I don't think I care as much about upgrading one of these to max as having Helm of Conquest, because the damage and damage amp there is really good. A turn one, it would give me... Turn one, it would give me 60% instead of this one giving me, I would imagine... It, well, look at this. I mean, 165, yeah. It does give a lot, but... But this will maintain itself permanently around 110, let's say. Where this one will get up to 60, and then 80, and then 100, and then 120. But it'll go, like... And will this keep going once I fight the boss? Like, or... no, I guess there's no final boss. It's lower difficulty, fair enough. Have you heard of God Weapons? Backpack Management Roguelite. Oh, heard of God of Weapons. Backpack Management Roguelite with wave/round-based gameplay. I haven't. Thanks for introducing me. Hold on. God of Weapons. Interesting. Backpack Management Roguelite. Okay. That sounds interesting. Clicky. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So this specific style of management is it reminds me of like Loot Hero or Backpack Battles, but unlike those, well, I guess like maybe more like Loot Hero, but unlike Backpack Battles, instead of your inventory just fighting like that, you actually have a character that does the effects. Can you move? Probably. I'm assuming you can kind of run around. So it's like, yeah, it's somewhere in the middle. I'll definitely try this out. Yeah, I appreciate it. Don't die in final boss. Actually true. Yeah, this is where Thorn's builds come to die is definitely the final boss. 100%. Attack here. We take... Yeah, this is what I was wondering if maybe Hero's Shield was the one you were referencing with Aegis. I was like, maybe it's that, because I don't know if I remember the name of that, but it's just Hero's Shield. Fair. Yeah, fair. The effect Aegis, 100%. Pop this up and then attack. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna need to upgrade anything. I think Helm of Conquest is probably my best bet. 45% at base. I mean, I like that this goes up to so much though, 165%. But like Rage is just not as important to me, and this gives damage amp at base. I don't know, tricky. And good damage amp, and it gives me way better armor as well, which is important. Rose Whip. I guess I'll upgrade it. Why not? Straightforward. It kind of sucks to be upgrading a second mythic that I can't use both of. Like, I'll use both, I'd be so broken, but cannot do. I've only got 5 slots that I'm allowed to roll with. Oh, it confused me, so then hit the wrong guy. Fair. That's fine. I think we're in a good spot. Fingers crossed. Go for shield. Oh, I want either one of these. I don't know. I guess I take chest piece, because if I get too many chest pieces, we're okay. But if I get too many shields, it doesn't help me. Maybe. Get rid of this and chest piece. I think that's fair. I don't know. The extra... Wait. Yeah, just because it doesn't give me any extra guards, so I'd probably rather have more chest piece, because shields are mainly useful for their guard. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, fantastic. So, yeah, now we just go... I think we go straight into combining these. I could... No, yeah, we go straight into combining these, and now we want no more chest pieces, because I still want more Bramble Crown, and I want another shield. I guess if I get the option of a chest piece, I'll take, maybe, but... All right, we roll this. I can't roll anything else, so we just exit. Yeah. All right, one more shrine. Pretty, like, really good set. My 5 slots are being used as much as I can. I mean, the Enrage allows me to hit for a little bit, 61 damage, but I think the amount of damage is going to be less important than the amplifying that I'll get from Helm of Conquest. Hope so. Okay, I can wear a helm on my chest if I want. Okay. Well, I mean, I've already gotten all these, so I don't need any more, but I guess I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, the armor gain. Yeah, the armor gain might be really the deciding factor, because Enrage doesn't matter that much to me because I don't care about the base damage from attacking, and for damage amp, this has more long-term potential if the fight lasts that long, which I imagine it will. There's the Massive Endless, by the way. Vocalist there, but I think, yeah, fair. We just upgrade the Helm of Conquest. Okay, 45 armor, base 45% damage amp, plus it'll give me 20% damage amp boost. Oh yeah, I'm also not accounting for the fact that I've been getting 30% at start this whole time, so that 30% is part of the amount that I'm seeing from Dragon Scales. So yeah, I think this has got to be better. We wear it on the chest. Big helm worn there. I have 3 guard at the beginning, or barrier, and I believe if you have invulnerable, they still break your barriers. They just can't hurt you. So no reason to go invulnerable at the start. I want to wait on that. I could throw an extra barrier, but I'd maybe wait on that as well, because this should be enough with... Yeah, this should be enough. You're going to eat them and amplify yourself, which is going to be potentially very dangerous. At the end of every even round, summon a corrupted hero if able. At the end of every odd round, devour all corrupted heroes. Very spooky. So even round starts now. You will summon a hero if available. You won't be able to. Odd round is next. These guys need to be dead by then. Okay. And they should be. Yes, they are. They are. Perfect. Yes. Now because you can't... you couldn't do it then, so now it's even again, I guess. So you're going to summon. That's fine. So I'll just throw a barrier on myself. Wait, no. Do I get invulnerable now? I should, right? Ascended Soul will activate now. We have 135% damage amp because of this, and because of the Helm of Conquest, and because of the Blood Sacrifice. And then I hit. Do I get invulnerable? Where's my big damage amp boost from Ascended Soul? At the end of the 3rd round, gain 10 regen. Or was it only the 3rd round? I'm confused. Let's see. I don't know. Wait, did this work? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, am I missing something? I'll have to watch it back. I don't understand. Okay, whatever, fine. Let's just keep attacking, or I'll get the barrier here, maybe. Block something. Oh, though, but you ate, but you couldn't eat. There was nothing to eat. There we go. There's my invulnerable. And there's my, oh, look at damage amp, 595%. What happened? How did I get 509? Oh, because it's increasing by 40, then increasing by 60, then increasing by 80. And I'm losing now probably up to like 6, 7, 8 health a turn. We attack here. I lose 7 health. I immediately regenerate it, and I do it in damage. All right, let's gain the rage and invulnerability, or just, no, let's just keep attacking. Wait, also, let's put some poison onto you. Okay. Yeah, this build is perfect for what I'm going for. I gain my 10 armor each time. You're poisoned. Your damage is only 10. Attack. You attack. And then 413 damage. Look at that. 1,275% damage amp at the end. Oh my goodness. Wow. GG's. Okay, well that is Overlooting beaten with only 5 slots active. You could try to see if you can beat that. This is on C0, so it's not going to be like insanely difficult, but I think it will be difficult to beat that. I think Thorns was a good call there. I think I got good skills for it. I think that the Helm was extremely helpful at the end. I don't know if I could have beaten it if I was going for Dragon Scales, because you saw the damage amp was way higher at that point. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I will do another one of these challenges in 1 week's time. So look forward to that. Also, you can go and check out the Blindfolded Overlooting if you're curious for more content like this. And on YouTube, at least, I'm ending it off here. If you're on Twitch, you can stick around. I'll chat with you a bit more. But thank you so much for coming around. Look forward to more. All right.